Like,
it was just content, yo. It was just content, bro.
COE.
Yo, natural DMs are gonna go crazy.
I know, bro. I feel like he's actually added some sauce, bro. But there was a video of him looking at his car after his house was shot 52 times.
Yeah, most of the time, it'd be the most regular Asian guy that you ever seen in your life. That is the heaviest guy that you ever met in your life. Like on the block growing up in the 90s, man, after a run, there's 10, 15 men running for a chop when they see the car coming from down the street.
Yeah, like what they think is in the realm of possibilities. Like, oh, like I can be a woman. Yeah, like, that's like
you guys are getting
mentality.
into touchy territory.
No,
That's right.
No, hold on, because I feel like
I think it's worse now. Like
a lie, like shit. But they're trying to put their penis in me now. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, you know, like
I'm gonna go maybe
don't sound like that.
Oh man, this is Kick, Rumble, everything all wrapped up in one. All of the platforms.
Because there are certain athletes that
and
like
still going.
You know, Beagle from Desert Storm?
That's
Right?
my pops.
Oh, for real?
Honestly, we like each other. Like, really, no, it's really like lovely.
Czar solution to the fraud. Do some fraud.
We love hip hop.
Do not disturb mode. That's when you get the most motion. Eh?
I know, right?
You put do not disturb, all of a sudden the notifications start coming in.
That's when if you have a shotty, she's like, "What were you doing?" You know what I'm saying? You know what? We actually are about 2 days from Valentine from when people see this, right? AKA Galentine's. Question for you guys based on that. How much money do you spend on a Valentine? 3 different scenarios. Wifey, friends with benefits, or the bop?
I'm literally dealing with all 3 scenarios right now.
That's you.
Oh man, I'm paying, except for the wifey, you know. But like, I'm fortunate because like my mother's birthday is on Valentine's Day.
Damn.
I have an out where I'm like, because like right now, like, you know, I'm dating a couple shotties or whatever, but I don't want to like prioritize one. You know what I mean? So I'm just like,
hold on.
Free game.
Hold on, before you give the free game. Because you're just so free with the, I'm dating a couple shots. You know, we're on a public broadcast.
Well, I know you're not gonna clip. I know you're not gonna clip this. So
I'm not gonna clip that. But you're telling me none of them freaking pre the show, fam?
To me, I've been telling them, I'm like, oh, yo, man, we love hip hop. But like, they see the clips on IG, so I feel like they don't watch the whole thing. You know?
You might need to start putting that kind of information like in hour
3.
hour and a half.
I only watched the first 3 minutes where you talked about how you dated different shorties.
Off the rip is crazy though.
I'm sorry to take you off track, bro, but it just hit me, and I'm like, this guy said a couple of shotties. Like,
it was just content, yo. It was just content, bro.
COE.
Why would I ever date more than one? Like, come on.
Exactly. Black man don't cheat. Okay. So what were you gonna say now?
But normally I just use the out on like, oh, like my mother's birthday is on V-Day, so I just spend the day with her. You know, because I'm gonna do that regardless, anyways.
Right.
But, when I have a wifey, like, I would spend like $5 to a band.
Woo! Ladies.
Well, I'm 30 now, you know, like, I'm 30. I'm saying like this is my 30-year-old brain, you know, like I'd say when I was 25, early 20s, I'd spend like a $2-3 bills, you know.
DJ natural _ wave.
Yeah, I know, you know,
ladies.
Like, man, if you're listening with your shotty, then tell her to leave the room real quick.
So $5 on wifey.
For like the friends
with benefit.
Friends with benefits, I'll give her like $1, $2.
Okay.
You know, because like, yo, she's running the nons, you know what I mean? Like, with like, you know what I mean? She's given all the wifey privileges without you having to do too much. So I feel like you have to show your appreciation.
Yeah, you get the milk without the cow.
Yeah. And the bop, same thing, you know, $1, $2, $2.50, you know.
So wait, you're spending the same on the bop as the friends with benefits, fam?
It's kind of the same to me.
All right. The legend, JB in the building.
I'm just going to say exactly what he said.
Safe. DJ Czar.
Oh, man, I'm going way lower than any of those
So
prices.
let's start with wifey.
$250.
$250 for
Max.
wifey. Okay.
Really? That's it?
Yes. Bro, it's just a day, bro. It's not even a real day.
Talk about it.
It's romance. Romans.
Does it depend like how you're feeling with that person at that moment? Because some years are better than others, you know? So some years you might feel more passionate or more giving than other years.
Exactly.
But yo, me personally, like I do romantic-ish throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just doing it. So Valentine's Day is kind of like, yo, we're going dinner. I'll get you flowers, chocolate, maybe a little teddy bear. Like, you know, if we're going to a hotel, then I might add another like $200 to the entire expenditure.
I just feel like these days, I don't mean to cut you.
Yeah.
Like just to kind of add some context. I feel like a normal date these days, you're already spending a bill 50 off the rip, 2 bills, you know? Like, if you do like, okay, like you do the same shit that you did like during a normal date, it's like, okay, this guy. But a lot of the times, girls are just down to accept flowers and like a teddy bear.
That's
facts.
insane.
And when I heard Czar's explanation, I heard, hey, every day is Valentine's. Why do we got to be making such a big deal about this one day?
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, I guess naturally, like I'm a romantic dude if I really like a girl. So like those little things I'll do throughout the year. I feel like when you don't do anything throughout the year, you got to go all in for the Valentine's and the birthdays.
Crazy.
But I prefer more like, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So if we're talking about friends with benefits, $80.
Ooh.
And that's just the Uber Eats for that day we're chilling. And then for a bop, I'm not even acknowledging that it's Valentine's Day for her.
Wow. So how are you going to retain the bop?
She's a bop, bro. Like if I lose it, she's a bop.
She's
like,
for everybody.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. She has to be like one of my favorite bops for me. Or if not, then like it doesn't really.
Yeah, if she's a bop that I really rate, then she's friends with benefit status. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's just a bop, that's a bop. Like
that's a fair way to put it. That's
the upgrade.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm gonna go around the same as this DJ's around $250 for the wifey. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe $3. You know what I mean? Depends.
That's why y'all niggas single right now.
Right?
I'm joking.
5 girls is crazy, fam.
I'm kind of glad I'm single around Valentine's Day. That's the best time, I feel.
It kind of is.
I'll start the hunt February 15th. You know those ones?
Yeah, and you know what? Maybe back in the days, I wouldn't to spend $5 either. I'm sorry, brother. You're a little bit too rich for my blood.
No, because like back in the days, I feel like you could get away with spending $2 bills and you could have the most, like you could do everything under the sun.
You're right.
But like, okay, like last night I went to the movies and I spent like over $1 bill and it was cheap night, bro.
Damn.
Wait, Key. What?
It is expensive for restaurants and everything right now for 2 people to go out.
For 2 people, okay, like, because I do VIP. I'm not going into the movies with all these weird old niggas around me and shit. Nah, like I'm gonna be around, like, you know, you have to be, you know what I mean?
Okay, so 2 VIP tickets to Cineplex, how much is that?
And it was cheap night. So
on a Tuesday.
They're like $45 each, no?
It was like $30 altogether.
Okay, so $30 there. So $70 was...
Wait, for 2 tickets?
Yeah. But it's because it was a Tuesday, they have some promotion. I didn't even know the promotion was going in.
They're bringing
so
it
not
back.
on a regular night. It would usually be like 60,
They're trying to get people in the theater. That's what they're trying to do.
So, but where they get you is like, they could bring like food to your seats or whatever, like actual dishes or whatever, right? So when you order the food and you order the drinks, then that's where, you know what I mean?
So wait, you're ordering Cineplex food? Like you're ordering nachos from there and stuff?
Nah, like VIP, they have like, you could get like wings, you could get like lasagna, you could you could get like, no, it's like a real restaurant. And then you go sit down, you watch a movie, and then they bring you your food on like some waiter thing. Like it's mad.
So you ordered $70 worth of food from there?
Well, for me and the shawty.
Yeah.
Because like not food, but drinks as well. Like if the food is like $30 each.
Yo, natural DMs are gonna go crazy.
I know, bro. I feel like he's actually added some sauce, bro. I reminded him that we're on a public broadcast. This guy added an extra $2 or extra $1.50 on everything,
right?
Bro.
He said, and on top of that,
and I tipped the server.
I gave him a load, but he didn't get none because he didn't even do nothing. You know what I mean? Like we had to walk up and play something. Like he didn't really do nothing crazy. You know?
I feel like
it was like a bill for like everything. You know.
Whenever I'm on a date with a girl, like I always make sure I leave like a good. I don't want to say a good tip for the server because we're doing pause this episode, right?
Pause is back.
Okay, yeah. But you know, you got to tip well. I feel like it's a good look when you're with a girl. So yeah.
Even though I don't think tip is like a pause thing, but that's a whole other story. What do we get?
The same nons you would get on February 13th, 12th, and 11th. Actually, one time I had a shorty, like she made me a little basket of chocolates and like she put like socks and like a bunch of stuff.
No, but the thing,
it was nice.
What I do for my shorty, she has to like reciprocate. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna do the most for you, and then you're just showing up on some like putting a ribbon on the box type. You know what I mean?
That's a big factor for sure.
Yeah, because they'll throw on some lingerie and they'll be like, "That's your gift," and it's like, "So what am I unwrapping? The pussy I had yesterday?"
Like this is the same exact box.
Yeah,
but a lot of women too will do a lot for a man throughout the year as well. So almost, you want to kind of show your appreciation too sometimes.
That's a fair point.
True.
But as men, what do we really expect on Valentine's Day? I thought it was about them, realistically. It's not our holiday.
If I'm getting boxed for Valentine's Day, like it has to be 2 boxes, you know what I mean? Like I have to bring a friend, you have to bring an S, you have to bring something, you know what I mean? Like,
that is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like
you mean that? You're just saying that. There's no way.
Okay, like one of the girls I'm talking to right now, like she's actually like super bi or whatever, right? So for a shotty like that, like yeah, but
yes.
Did you guys discuss this? We're like, yo, I want 2 boxes on Valentine's
I'm gonna bring
Day.
it up.
She's finding out right now on the podcast.
She's finding out live.
They said she's super bi.
She's like leaning closer to the Okay, let's start the show here, man. I just wanted to pause. Pick your brain on this whole
I like how you're
Valentine
moving
thing.
though, man.
I like
Play it.
You know the play, yeah, you know the
It's in the
play.
blood.
Baller
You know
natural
what I'm
over here, man. Holy shit, man.
Okay, it's a move every day.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to invest.
Yeah.
You have to invest.
Hold on, let me find my track over here. I was gonna play something. There we go. I was gonna play the remix. The remix.
Smurda.
I was already done rapping.
I remember I did something with Ill Kids, and Scratch even did something where they put a bunch of artists on it, like repping Toronto. It was over one of the Miami Trick Daddy beats. So can't remember which one it was right now, but yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah, the reggae song, the samples, it goes, I got the 100 with the Cali weed.
Yeah.
Come from St. Anne's.
Yeah,
original.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Samples on top of samples. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
No, salute. Let's get to it though, man. We are Booggz, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Sweating Rick is back. Haven't used that AKA in a while. AKA 100 Months to the Head, AKA Podcast Poppy. We back at it. Episode 656. Back in the building. We got the Turkish Thrill. You might see him behind the wheels of steel, taking your request at any given time. You might see him over at a rally, cameras up, microphones in people's faces, pause. DJ Czar in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
Yes, sir. DJ Czar, a.k.a. Burrow Sound, a.k.a. Young Shawarma, a.k.a. Cheeseburger, a.k.a. Zarly Kirk, a.k.a. The Ruiner. Back at it like a crack addict.
Yes, sir.
No headphones until I need them, boys. Try to tape them up. It's just not working. But
listen, man.
I hear y'all.
Donate to the friggin' We Love Hip Hop Fund. Let us get some upgrades on our equipment over here. We working, man. We working. An independent operation over here. But welcome back, sir.
Yes,
welcome back. Welcome back. And next to him, we have the legend. Okay, Juno Award nominated, right?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, 2-time Much Music Video Award nominated.
Yes, 2-time Much Music Award nominated. Maker of classic tunes, all right, and also a behind the scenes man who connects you with the people that you need to be connected with. All right, entrepreneur extraordinaire, JB in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
What up? Big up everyone around the city.
Yo, welcome back, brother.
Yeah, respect for having me back, man. It's always a pleasure being here.
I felt that, now that we're at the new studio and the reception that we got on that last episode with you over here, we got to bring JB back. And JB's low-key We Love Hip Hop team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big salute to JB, man. Air horn.
We talk for a lot of stuff coming in 2026.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Respect.
But welcome back there, sir. And sitting next to JB, we got the troublemaker himself. You might see him on your social media screens pointing up in the air, giving you education on any dance hall hits.
Mad.
You might see him at the jam, running his own dub plates.
Mad.
Content creator and DJ extraordinaire. DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucker building. Let's go, man.
Mr. Lover, man.
Natural.
Hide your shawty, hide your wifey. Valentine's Day is coming up. I will spend $5 on it.
Jeez. I should have added, and he's ready to be tricking out here too. But welcome back. And big salute to Dusty Wallace. You will see him back on the Monday episode. Before we get into anything, let's salute the sponsors. I'll start with just a couple of sponsors, and we'll get to the rest of the sponsors later on in the episode. Starting with Exotic Hot Pot. From high-grade strain to an authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. They have delivery of Exotic Hot Pot here in the GTA. If you want to get that delivery, hit them up on their Instagram page as Exotic Hot Pot, or you can find them on their website, exotichotpot.ca. Also, I want to give a big salute to AI News Daily. .ca. That's the website that gives you AI-generated news across 1,000+ topics, 96 global cities, and daily features, plus a VIP for subscribers, AI-generated images, tarot readings, natal charts, investment tips, bet predictions, and Drill Wars, which is a text and image-based life simulator game set in the Toronto drill scene. One VIP subscription unlocks it all. During our We Love Hip Hop promotion, all VIP subscribers receive a $250 USD wallet credit. Hit them up on their website. That's ainewsdaily.ca. That's www.ainewsdaily.ca. ainewsdaily.ca. Last but not least, big salute to Kensington Market Dispensary. That's over at 25 Kensington Avenue. Exclusive location for Sixpensary, Flavor Kings, Con Grabber Shakers, $5 grams, and real gas, and amazing wholesale prices. They got pens, shatter, hash, loud lead, and edibles. Whatever you need, they have it. Hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Kensington_Market Dispensary. Or you can find them on Snapchat. That's Kensington Market Dispo. Gentlemen, like I said, Valentine's Day is this weekend. I have no plans, so don't ask me anything. All right. But I would like to ask you guys what plans you have, parties, whatever's going on for the weekend.
I don't have plans. I might have some expectations put upon me, but I don't think I'm going to deliver those expectations. Laying low.
That sounds very mysterious.
Like, I know, like, how do I explain? Like, there's probably like a 1-2 shorty that if I was like, yo, do you want to be my Valentine? I arrange this $250 date. They'd probably be down. But I don't know, man. I'm in this phase of my romantic life where it's like choosing those who choose you. So it's like if a girl has like put that energy towards me, then like she's investing in me, then I'll invest back in her. But until then, it's like,
what do you say investing in you? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, just like
she's giving you bread.
It could be bread. It could be attention, affection, motivation. Companionship, whatever. Like everyone has expectations from their partner, or whatever. It's like if a girl's deserving of it, I'll give it to her. But it's not just like, oh, like because I like a girl or she's sweet, I'ma just romance her. You know what I'm saying? It has to be like a two-way street at this point.
And we're dealing in 2026 with different times financially. Ain't nobody could just frivolously just be spending like a bunch of bills on just any shot.
Yeah, not any shot.
Yeah, because if it's like I'm doing the Valentine's Day, but like we're not exclusive, so like you're talking to other mans and stuff, and they're not doing the Valentine's thing, and like you're still giving them none, just like I don't want to be that guy,
Yeah,
it has to be exclusive for me to want to do that.
That's true. That's kind of tricky. And you're not playing in any jams.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
Sir.
JB, what you got planned for the weekend?
Me, I'll just say I'm not sure, so nobody's watching my movements. but what I will say is I heard that Scratch, DJ starting from Scratch, is having a party over at the Phoenix.
Okay.
A 90s R&B hip-hop party.
Well, that's a vibe.
And it's on Saturdays is the Valentine's Day. And it's not that much. Again, it's like $20. So if anybody's looking for something to do with their their partner or just have some fun.
Yeah.
Go look for some single ladies or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Some
And
MILFs.
you're not on Natural's budget, then you can go forward to Scratch's party at Phoenix on
This is
Saturday.
way more my speed. I like this.
Yeah, and the scratch party, the gal them who are there, they're not expecting you to spend no $5 bills on it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that they're down bad or anything, but they're like, I'm older. You don't gotta do
Yeah.
Real talk.
They're
Older
gonna
women are
cook for
blessed
you.
for that.
that. Yeah.
Like they just want like a vibe. They don't really
Yeah.
care about like you pulling up in a Lambo or this, that, and the third.
It's the
like,
25-year-old shotties that are like, so if you don't make $100,000 a year, then, or not even, I think $100,000 a year you're a waste man.
That's like the bare minimum.
That's the new
like,
50K
whoa.
here.
Yeah, no. If you're not making $350K per year, then I don't know if we can date. Like I watched like all of those little clips that they have when people interview girls on the street and stuff like that. They always say that shit, drunk off their face. They're
R.P. Kevin Samuels, who was actually doing the God's work. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing the
Yeah.
Lord's work out here.
chopping them back down to size, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight.
But salute to you, JB. You know what I'm
respect.
saying? And DJ Natural, any plans for the weekend? Any
Big
places?
spender.
I booked a reservation at 3. No, I'm joking. Okay, so Thursday I'm gonna be at Poetry Verse. They have like a poetry thing going on, but it's kind of like love related, like sex related type thing. Sunday I'm gonna be at Nest. That's like college and Bathurst. That's So Red. Big up Fire Blazing. Enough DJs on that, so that's gonna be wicked.
Nice.
Saturday is my Duke's birthday, so we're gonna do a dinner.
Shit.
I'm thinking of bringing a shotty out, because but I'm thinking like I'm already gonna have to spend at my Duke's dinner, because we're doing something nice, you know what I mean? So like, might just have to be a bot thing, just to keep it on a manas.
Yo, you know what?
Keep
though?
it inexpensive.
To add on to what Natural's saying, like when I was younger and I had like little money,
Yeah.
bro, for Valentine's Day, you don't even have to spend. It's just about the thoughtful gestures, bro. If you
Facts.
wrote a little note with flowers and chocolate, I guarantee you could get a girl spice for like $40. Bro.
Well, the thing, okay, there's a shorty I'm talking to that's my age, 30 or whatever. Like, I never take her on dates. You know what I mean? Like, it's just blah blah blah. But I'm gonna like start taking on more to show her appreciation. But like my younger thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like I have to, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have to take her out to all these places or whatever. And like,
Why?
You don't, bro.
I'm
You actually don't.
sometimes-
baffled, fam.
Yeah,
I'm
sometimes you just cook dinner for them, do things that are thoughtful,
no,
Yeah,
I feel like I don't mind doing it because like I'm trying to do more things, like have more experiences. You know what I mean? So
live
like,
life if that's
I'm
what
like-
it is.
so like if I'm gonna do something fun, I know that the 22-year-old will she'll appreciate it more. For like the 30-year-old, like I don't really have to do much for her, but
Yeah.
like, but I feel like
Been
that's
around
kind
the
of
block.
like a messed up mentality. You know?
That is.
I feel like
That's terrible.
I feel like Natural is living such an amazing life because he's just in it full, but he's doing what he wants to do, and it's almost a benefit for the girl that she gets to enjoy it with him while he's doing it. Because you're doing
Exactly,
things that you want to do anyways, and that's
exactly.
important for all the men or females out there. Doing things that you want to do and having a partner that is enjoying those moments with you. is
Yeah.
Exactly.
And low key,
Yeah.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm always asking these questions. I'm just living vicariously through Natural's life here,
Me
man.
too.
I'm too old for this now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, tell me some more stories.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry, be having some good stories
I
too,
mean,
bro.
yo, I've like learned over the years, like, and this is bad because I feel like you should be in a good financial position before you speak to girls. But like,
Facts.
I'm still a man at the end of the day. So what I
Yeah.
realized, right, and this is free game, okay?
Free game. Let's go.
Early on, you figure out what every girl has snacks they like. Okay, they like a 1-2 chip. What's your favorite
Yeah.
chips? What's your favorite? So one day. You get them a little big gift basket, one of their chocolates, one of the chips, their favorite
Mud.
gum.
See?
You know what I'm saying? They like whatever, You can spend, I guarantee you can impress a girl with less than $20 when you do that because it's like, oh, he listened. You could take a girl out to like a $150 restaurant.
That's
she's
very
like,
true.
okay, whatever. But she's like, oh, he got me my favorite chips.
Priceless.
He remembered this, that. Oh, he wrote a little note for me or like whatever. He made me a
Yeah.
playlist.
No, that's very true.
For some reason, I don't know, women are very sentimental when it comes to that stuff. Like you can impress them more with those sentimental gestures more than an expensive date sometimes.
And you said the key word. He listened.
He remembered.
What? You know, whatever the little 9% of the gal them who are watching, like they're just like, wow, he said the magic word. And the only reason I know this is because I've heard that I don't listen. So I heard they like that.
It works sometimes, yeah. But honestly, like that has worked more wonders for me than like any dates that I've taken a girl on, you know?
It's still important to, sorry to cut you.
No.
The dynamic of the relationship or the whatever situationship it is.
Yeah.
Because if you don't really like the girl, but you just want to smash or something, that's different than you actually feeling passionately or, involved with somebody or whatever.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So then you can just kind of move accordingly.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, still try to do what you like. So it's not a task. It's more of just a gesture to say, hey, if you want to come, I'm doing this type thing.
Yeah, it could be a part of my life.
And I agree with you where you say you have to be in like where you want to be financially. Because there was a point where like I literally took a year off of women where I'm like, I'm not talking to no gal. I'm focusing on my content, focusing on my job. I'm getting my, you know what I mean? And then now I feel like, okay, I took my year, like time to have fun.
I think that's where I'm at right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But I will save my story for another day.
Yeah, like you're very quiet about your romantic life, but like I'm sure there's like a 1-2 shorties that like slide into your DMs, like a 1-2, like.
Not really. Not as much as once upon a time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as my situation, I keep it private because I learned just for the way that the online people treat me, they look for anything, bro. So I could be saying something positive and somebody was spinning into something negative, bro. Like I've posted family members on the timeline and gotten some crazy comments, and I was like, I am never posting anything personal again.
Understand?
Yeah,
You know
I think
what I'm saying?
any like content creator, they should keep like some space between, especially like me, I will never post a shawty on, like, because I did that once upon a time. And then like, you're just like forever linked to this gal, you know what I mean? Like, and then like, man, I'm going to try to holler at your girl. Girls are going to try to like get at her. Like, it's just too much. It's just too much.
Yeah. And just for the people who the naysayers out there, for the time that I've been doing a podcast, yes, I've had like long-term relationships during that time. So a lot of times people will say like, yo, Friday, yo, you don't have no gal, and I want to go on with you. Like, no. I've had like long-term relationships during this podcast. I've been doing it for like 9 years.
Is there any scenario you could imagine where you're dating another content creator and it would be beneficial for you two to post as a couple?
Yeah, I can see that.
Would you ever do that?
I would, like,
collab post and everything.
Because no, at first I was at a point where I'm like, oh, I'm not dating no girl that's in the industry. I don't want, like, my shot has to be unknown. Because even now, I mostly talk to this like unknown girl. Like one of them is like trying to do her thing, But I'm just like supporting her without supporting, those ones. But like,
she gonna fail.
that type shit. I ain't reposting nothing. But like, if she was further along than me, then I would do it still. But I'm not putting no girl on.
It's kind of tough, man, because like once you start putting all of that stuff publicly, if it ends, then people see that person just disappears off your timeline.
You have to do it. Like, I'm not doing no story time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to come back and explain why you guys are not making videos together. People, depending on how popular you are, people are gonna start making think pieces. Oh my God, we don't see them together. Oh, they unfollowed each other, and it's like, no. But let's get into our list of topics that we have here. Not to bring down the vibes, but R.I.P. to Lil OT. I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabber and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! Okay. He passed on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, or was it Monday?
Yeah,
I think it was Sunday
Tuesday?
night. It was after the time we did the podcast, right?
Monday.
Yeah, it was like Monday, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments as well, around 10 p.m. His car was shot in a parking lot. they're saying on the Reddits and different places that, and we were talking even behind the scene that it was like a robbery attempt or something like that.
That's what I heard, but there's a lot of speculation on the details. I heard a bunch of different theories, but there's also a dash cam video that came out. And I think he was outside the car at one point.
Let me pull up the dash cam video here. One take, Jake, if you could assist me over here.
It's like it's kind of hard to see. Like if you could zoom in.
There's some more. There's one I can grab off of Reddit. That's when the shooting happened. That little sound that you heard right there, that's when the shooting happened.
Oh wow.
Right? It wasn't like super loud because I was watching 1090 Jake earlier, reacting to the same video, and he was kind of confused. He was like, when did the shooting happen? Right? But then they had to rewind. He had to rewind it, and they told him like, oh, it's in the beginning. I don't know, man. It's kind of fucked up because when it comes to Lil OT, yes, he had his share of issues in the streets, but for the most part, like from just speaking to him behind the scenes, he seemed like a really cool, good kid. You know what I'm saying? And I say kid because he's only 24 years old, fam.
But when you say good kid, what do you mean? Because you said he had like polys.
He had polys, so we can never take that away. But like as far as like sometimes like you deal with mans who are like road mans or who are dealing with polys, like they're not as mild mannered.
I think two things can be true. Like you can be a polite, well-spoken individual who's pleasant around, average people.
Yeah.
But also have a bunch of hats.
Wasn't he on the honor roll and all them things?
You can be smart as well, I don't know. I think it's a very tough situation because I see both sides. And obviously he had a prospective career. Like he was kind of like, we're like, okay, could he be next up and stuff? He's well spoken. But we also can't like just victimize him and act like he was just like some innocent civ, and I'm not trying to like place any responsibility or accountability on anyone in that situation, but we have to look at the entire picture. I've seen a lot of screenshots of him having conversations with people, or old videos of him circulating, pulling out, a knife on like a student, or saying certain things. And
I'm literally looking at it on my screen right now. I won't pull it up because we can't play it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But like, there's a video of him, like, he looked super young. Like, he looked like he was like 15 because 10 years ago, he was 14.
Yeah.
Think about that, fam. Like, we're in 2026. In 2016, the man was 14 years old. So, like, these guys are like babies almost, fam.
Yeah. I just find that, like, obviously, whenever someone like a Toronto rapper passes away, like it's always just like, rest in peace, and like my prayers with his family, rest in peace to him. But then there's always another side where it's like, what caused this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
there was a video also of him like looking at his car, and I'll see if I could find that video, but there was a video of him looking at his car after his house was shot 52 times in a drive-by.
His house was already shot up.
Yeah, like in 2020, his house was shot, and his car outside of his house was shot up. His family was home. They said it was like 6 members of his family that were at the crib, ducking shots and all that I was hearing in the news report. And yeah, this is the video right here. One pick, Jake. I come from niggas greasy. Oh, I'm gonna mute that for the copyright.
What nationality is the kid?
Afghan.
Okay.
So he immigrated from Afghan like when he was a little kid and moved straight to Hamilton. And this is also shows like, I don't know where, because like his polys could be Hamilton, it could be Toronto, it could be wherever, but like Hamilton ain't sweet neither, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have Hamilton polys for all I know, bro. Like Hamilton is not sweet from like, I don't think anybody even ever thought he was sweet. No?
I think people were saying, oh, you were on honor roll, so like, you're a good you, whatever. But clearly, he was in the streets, active, and he seemed like, a really nice kid. Like when I seen the interview, but like when I seen the interview and I'm like, oh, he's well-spoken. He seems like, mild-mannered, like you said. It's just unfortunate. It's like a cycle.
I think that's the reason why people are mentioning the honor roll thing, because it's like, bro, you kind of made the choice to be in the streets. It's not like circumstances kind of
it's not a
forced you
serious
to
thing.
be, you know what I mean? Like if you had
Mm.
a chance to like be a good youth and get good grades and like get a good career, like why are you actively choosing to be a Toronto goon, you know? Like
Or a Hamilton goon, or
Yeah.
both.
Yeah,
Do you
blessings to his family, you know, and all of his peers and everything, and bless up everybody. Hamilton is getting crazy. I've seen more things happen in Hamilton and Toronto sometimes,
Yes.
and it's more violent. I remember I was at the last Roni concert
Mhm.
over there. They invited me to come check it out.
Mm.
So real life movie. It reminded me of me back in the day with all the film. Reminded me of like 50 dudes, you know, but something's just off in there in the air. You know what I'm saying? With the people, just so I just made a decision to cut. And then I feel like as soon as I cut, maybe I don't know how long after, that's when all like, I think it was like 100 shots or something rang off over there or
outside.
something.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we reported on that when it happened, but like
But
you were there.
even as I'm driving to the highway,
Yeah.
I'm leaving. I say, you know what? I got that spidey sense went off in my head. And I've been doing this way long enough to know. And as I'm driving, I look to the left, and I'm like, this has to be damn it. Like Hamilton is a different place. It's not. It's like some random kind of. I can't even say it because it would make it seem like I'm making fun of people. But it's random people on scooters driving by. It's just it's so crazy.
Bro.
It felt like I was in a movie or something like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
Hamilton
like
is grimy as shit.
It's like an old big
grimy.
town, small town. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
No, what I was gonna say is I do think Lil OT is gonna be remembered as like their rapper.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like his face, he's gonna be like the representation. And he had good music, man. Honestly, it was when I sent you the message, I was like, bro, this can't be real. Like,
yeah.
There's no other rappers that came from Hamilton?
Not that I could
in
think of.
the Toronto drill scene.
I've been like, he was a cool kid, but he can't be their Biggie. He can't be their Pop
You don't think there's
Smoke.
gonna be like a mural?
Nah, exactly. If there's a mural,
For the Afghan kids, he
Unfortunately.
might be though. You know.
He is for sure.
Yeah.
There should be, because, like, to be honest, he's the only one I could really think about. Not even just drill scene. Like, there's not really many artists that I know from Hamilton.
And every time I meet someone from Hamilton, I'll be like, have you heard of Lil OT? They're like, yeah, he's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had a very good fan base. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate, man, that like they
it
say
is very
live by the gun,
unfortunate.
die by it. And I was watching something that the same 1090 Jake video about the choices thing. And again, I'm not trying to judge the man on his choices or whatever, just being in the streets, but like he was observing that as a kid he had braces. And I never really thought like, yo, he made a great observation when I was watching that. Salute to 1090 Jake for that, right? Even though he was dissing the Toronto man's accents, but I digress. He was like, yo, if the kid has braces, then his parents care about him. Because like when you come up from like certain circumstances and shit like that, like a lot of times your parents don't, not that they don't care about him, like they don't got enough money to freaking get you braces and stuff like that. So it's like if you were able to have that as a kid, then like you could have maybe made different choices. But this is also coming from a man who kind of came from the same circumstances and didn't make the same choice. I made the same choices. I just didn't die.
Yeah, I think there is still an argument to be made that even if you have certain access to resources, the streets might still be a more profitable option.
Yeah.
Even for someone who's doing well in school, whose parents were able to pay for braces, like even Ryan Wedding, you know, we're like, okay, like you were a snowboard Olympian, you know what I'm saying? You probably had access to maybe brand deals or I don't know, something, you know, but
and he had the white privilege.
Yeah, but obviously there was something not just appealing maybe from a psychological aspect, but financially beneficial to doing certain things. So who knows? Maybe he was around kids that he's seen them getting money and he's like, yeah, I'm a good youth, whatever, but I want to be up. I want to be a guy.
Yeah.
So the thing about that is a lot of the different cultures, because we're used to like black and white most of our life in Canada, but a lot of the other cultures that are more prominent in the street game now, they're not from Canada. You know what I'm saying? So in their culture, they're already wealthy, but they still do crazy shit. Right?
Yeah.
So it's the Middle East, it's
Pakistan.
You know what I'm saying? It's Asia. Right? Most of the time, it'd be the most regular Asian guy that you ever seen in your life that is the heaviest guy that you ever met in your life.
Look at Sidhu and all the different man's, the South Asian gangs over there in Vancouver or in BC.
Yeah, exactly that.
They're not like from broke families and stuff like that. They come down here to go to school.
They're educated. They have all the knowledge, but they make that choice. So they're all from good families.
Yeah.
You know?
And they're some of the biggest, baddest gangsters too.
But
bro.
then when you see them doing street business, it's not what we did in the 80s, 90s. It's big business.
Yeah.
Right? It's not plays here. A man's truck got nabbed and it's like 500 bricks, you know, 10 mil or something like that. It's not little, a man got held with a half a ball or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed with a lot of the Asian gangsters is they won't portray themselves in a gangster way. Like they're cool dressing like squares. They might have some designer, like quiet, like, you know, swag, but like it's not like, because when you see like some of the brown gangsters or even the white gangsters that are like influenced by urban culture, like they'll try to dress like a little black or whatever. But like the Asian ones specifically, like those rich Chinese gangsters, bro, they look so regular and they act regular, they talk regular. I find that interesting that stylistically, because even Sidhu, like you look at how he dressed, like he did have the turban, but like, it was also very like urban influence as well. You know?
You mentioned like the profitability of the streets, which like I do think that is a factor in like why a lot of these kids are making these decisions. But like I feel like it's not really like the long-term effects of it isn't really thought out. You know, because I feel like we hear of this story many times, you know, like even growing up, like I'm not gonna say who it is, obviously, but there was this kid that I knew, like he came from such like a beautiful home too, like, you know what I mean? Like I used to go to his crib and be jealous from the man's crib, but he wanted to be super in the streets or whatever. He ended up like getting in an argument with one of his bedrooms, smokes his own bedroom.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And then he like ends up like going to like OT trying to hide out, but then Mandem obviously like hunt him down or whatever. So like, and like I'm like I know him personally, you know what I mean? So I'm like seeing this whole thing go down, and I'm like seeing how it affected his family, and like I was just thinking like, what was the point of all this? You know what I mean? Like just because you wanted to be down, like look how many lives you affected. Like not only the family of the person that you smoked, but your own family now. Like,
yo, I have a question. Do you feel like the attitude towards being a quote unquote square in certain environments contributes to individuals who may have just lived a good youth life switching and going to the dark side because their peers kind of ridicule the square life?
I think so, because I kind of think like, yo, how come I didn't go too deep with that? But like growing up, I would read enough like books and whatever. Like I was like the youngest person in my family to be like reading or whatever, like off rip or whatever. But the man them on the block, they would always encourage that. Like when I would get good grades and stuff, like the man would be like, oh, like, yeah, you're going to be the one to like kind of get us out of here. But I feel like these days, man them don't really encourage. Like if they see someone that has potential to be like a basketball star, they're not going to tell them, oh, stay away from the streets. They're probably going to more so try to get him to do work to like ruin his potential or whatever. So I feel like back in the day, man them would try to like put people on and not in the street way. Like if they see that you had potential outside of the streets, they would try to like nurture that potential. But these days, mans aren't doing that, you know?
Yeah, but and you know, I think you could also maybe speak to this, JB. That happened more than it happens now. But there was their share of men that were like just trying to just find new recruits and yo, you're a young boy, yo, just go pop that for me because you ain't gonna freaking go do the real time, right?
Yeah. A regular thing back in the day is after shot bus, so it's whoever's the youngest is getting the thing to hold. While the man them leave or whatever. Or if you're on the block, same thing, whatever. You know, too many stories of that. I had to think about that the other day. I was like, oh shit, the man them really just put the man them in those type of positions where they just rang off and then said, you, hold that. And then that, you know what I'm saying? And then if anything happens, that you'd have to deal with that. And there's a lot of times, and the same thing what he was saying is like, because there's crews of guys and some guys are the soldiers. Not everybody makes all the money. That's the thing I'm trying to understand now, because you have to be smart in business and streets, and making money is still business. And we know that there's very few guys from every block that make all the money. And the rest of them, they might as well get a minimum wage job because they're not even making that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot to hold down customers and repeat customers and compete. Like on the block growing up in the 90s, man after a run, there's 10, 15 men are running for a chop when they see the car coming from down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then if you get there in time, mans might say, yo, it's a bill chop. All right, bring in 20, 30. Say, yeah, I got 50 on that.
Yeah.
And then that's how they're sharing it. And that's not everybody. There's still 15, 20 men that ain't getting that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how many times? So it's a bad system, and it's a bad facade for people to think that they could glorify it in any way, because a few men make money, a few more men make more money, and then the rest of everybody else don't make nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like you're hoping as the people who don't make nothing, like I could rise to that certain level. And you're watching outside influences. Everybody on your timeline, or back in the days when we're watching videos and all that, got big ass chains and all that, fam. I'm not gonna be able to get it unless I get to it.
Yeah.
But I also think certain guys are cool with just the affiliation. It's like they know they're not gonna be the head honcho. They're not gonna be the guy that makes all the money, but they roll with the guy who makes all the money. So just the association alone gives them, in a sense, some power, protection, access to, different things. So I feel like there are guys who just like are cool with their role as like a soldier, like a foot soldier.
But as an older man that's been through all of this, when you think about it, it's kind of like, all right, how many times are you rolling? You're not on the turf. Back in the day, we're on the turf from morning till morning, 24/7. See, there's always somebody is rotating. We have men in trucks selling fish and stout in the 3, 4 a.m. It's always going on. Mans are out there 6, 7 a.m., go to school, come back. You know what I'm saying? Certain men go to work, come to turf. And that's what I was going to, so what do you do with yourself in those moments? Now there ain't no turf like that. What are you sitting in a man's house 24/7?
Yeah.
With his girl or whatever. So it's kind of like if you're going to go out to a club and the men are going to flex, you have a lot of time during that week to go kind of figure something else out that you could do, that you could just go put on some fancy ass clothes and jewelry and go hang out with the man them on the weekend.
Yeah.
I have a question. So say there was an individual that like wanted to partake in like the streets, right? Were there ever moments where people would be like, yo, this isn't for you, bro? Like you're this guy's brother, you're good at school? Or were they kind of just willing to just accept anyone? Or was there ever kind of like a criteria or like a filtering process where you're like, bro, like we don't even think you should be doing this?
So in other areas, I can't speak for how they operate, but in Flemo was a brotherhood. So mans are going to school. Like everybody was going to basketball teams. We're having tournaments. The older man them are putting on tournaments for us. So we have the hood leagues. It was like Flemo against Regent, against Finch. Driftwood was their community center. Jane and Finch there, Falstaff, everybody in the city. So that's what was our kind of incentive to stay in line.
Yeah.
Right? And then everybody would just kind of help out each other. And sorry, go back to what was it?
Like, say there was like a kid that was like, he was ready to, engage in the street. But like, would you guys, like the older heads kind of be like, bro, like not for you, bro. Like I could tell you're going to be something.
Always in our community, we're always encouraging that. Because like I said, mans are going to school and then they might go to turf. So everybody's just smart and individual. In Flemo, we don't have, it was never like a gang mentality. And I can't speak for other hoods because it's dependent on the person that's in charge of those other men.
Yeah.
Right? So some men are just assholes, some men are evil, some men are just different.
Yeah.
But when you're in a brotherhood, everybody's in the same, everyone's working with each other at the same pace. And some men just shine more than others, kind of take more initiative and are supported because they don't feel bigger or better than nobody else. So it's still the same brotherhood. So mans might help you make money and say, yo, Mayu, go to school or whatever. Like mans used to come to us, not tell us to go chip, but he used to say, yo, you take $20, go McDonald's where you guys go. Stay from around here, And we never had to be outside where the shit was happening. We just, if we decided to grow into that, because you know how it is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you decide that, then you're in that and it's where you fit in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what your drive is going to determine how big or successful you are in the streets. Same like business or life anyways.
I remember after I left Flemo, growing up in Malvern, I'm not affiliated or anything now, but like I used to like par with SamG's little bro a lot, like it was me, him, and then there was like this older guy we would hang out with as well. It was the three of us. But back then I didn't kind of take in like, why is this older guy chilling with us? Because he was like the man them's age, you know what I mean? But like, so okay, one time we were just like spray painting around the block. We're just doing like hooligan shit or whatever, right? Like trying to be like hood rats or whatever. And then the man them pulled up and is like, and they kind of batted up the the OG and is like, yo, like this is what you have the youth them out here doing. Like, you guys aren't out here getting no gal and stuff. Like you have them tagging up the block, hotting up the block, and then like they jumped them still. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, shoot.
But like they were just kind of like setting the precedent, like, yo, you're supposed to be the elder statesman with the youth them, and you have them out here doing fuckery instead of like, you know, trying to like level them up type shit, you know? So I feel like that kind of goes to the filtration thing. We're like, we're not trying to have these youths join the game. We're trying to get them to a better place, you know?
And then a lot of times in a lot of big areas, there's little cliques, right? So there might be 200 men in the area, but me, you, and 5 other men are close friends.
Yeah.
You know, we don't even par with them men in most times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because those guys do crazier shit. We just want to hustle and make money. Certain men want to do other things, maybe. Right? But we're all brothers. We all love each other, but we just don't hang out in the same circles or spaces all the time.
Yeah.
But when we get together, if it's an area party, everybody's there. You know, but one person don't have to kind of take on what other people are doing. You got to find your niche. Kind of like being in school, anything, right?
You got to get in where you
find
fit in.
your clique, and then you guys know, yeah, we're cool. We might turn up sometimes, but we're more sensible. We don't want to get in trouble. We don't like going to jail. We don't like doing this. So we're going to kind of do our own thing. And we know those guys is love, and we might, you know, do a 1-2 bop bop, but it's never we're rolling with them to do what they're doing to have to sacrifice or you know, deal with that.
Well, listen, man. Salute to everybody out there just living a street life. I'm gonna say R.I.P. once again to Lil OT. Condolences to his family. And yeah, man, just y'all got to start making some better choices out there, man. All of us. Staying on some wild things that have been happening. I'm sure everybody has seen what's happened over there in BC with the mass shooting. Shout out to Kensington Market Dispensary, located at 25 Kensington Avenue. The exclusive location for dispensary, Kong Grabber Shakers, $5 grams, and real gas, and amazing wholesale prices. They got pens, shatter, hash, loud lean, edibles, whatever you need, they have it. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Kensington_Market Dispensary, or you can find them on Snapchat, Kensington Market Dispo. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer. I think they said 11 people, including the shooter, was slain in the shooting here.
That what happened?
That's crazy. Yeah, it was a school shooting earlier this morning.
No,
it was yesterday, right?
A couple days ago now when I think about it. Let me find the video here. BC shooting.
I think, was it a girl too?
So it was a transgender person, right? So we have to be very careful in the way we describe.
Why?
Because YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'll play the video clip here and then we'll discuss.
RCMP have confirmed a total of 10 people are dead. That includes the suspect who died of a self-inflicted wound. 6 victims were found dead in the high school. 2 victims dead at a separate location. That location being a home. We're still trying to confirm exactly where. Police say 1 victim died en route to hospital. As for the injured, 2 victims were airlifted to hospital with serious injuries. 25 others were triaged, according to police, at the local medical center for non-life-threatening injuries. The backstory here, Tumbler Ridge RCMP got reports of an active shooter around 1:20 p.m. local time at Tumbler Ridge Secondary School. The school was put on lockdown. We talked to a grade 9 student who said it was terrifying. They had to hide in a classroom for more than an hour before being released to a nearby community center. In fact, the entire community of nearly 2,000 people told to stay inside. Businesses shut down for several hours. That emergency alert has since been canceled. As I speak, a significant number of RCMP resources are heading to Tumbler Ridge. That includes more frontline officers, BC RCMP major crime investigators, as well as victim services. Right now, the police are
Okay, so we can stop there.
Was it a male that transitioned to woman?
Yeah. And there's still like the story's still unfolding, so they don't know if there's been any like signs of like I think actually no, there might have been signs. I think there's been some stories coming out now that was a couple of signs that this could have happened. Because you know there's always signs.
And it was a student.
Was that person a student? I'm not sure.
Because I'm like, how could they have transitioned already?
They start transitioning young.
Yeah.
Like some of the schools encourage
like before 18 they could do
puberty
the
blockers. Yeah, puberty blockers.
In Canada especially?
That's
I don't know if you
crazy.
could do the surgery, but you can get on puberty blockers.
That's crazy, bro.
And Okay, I'm gonna tread very lightly when I say this for YouTube. But a lot of individuals who become transgender often face other mental health issues, subsequent mental health issues, whether it's depression, bipolar, etc. And I think this could have been an episode. This could have been a result of trauma. It could have been a result of the hormonal imbalances. If you start taking those type of like substances, like it's honestly terrible.
Oh, man, it's this really sad incident here. And the thing is, like, not to say that, we're holier than thou or whatever when it comes to Canada, but we don't really get mass school shootings like that over here. This is like
it's pretty
probably
scary
super rare.
And it's like, it was 11 plus the 25. So that's like over 35 people that got shot.
Yeah. They said 27 people injured.
Did they say what kind of gun?
Okay, and quick fast, they're saying that the student was not currently, the shooter was not currently a student at the school.
Oh, okay, so was it
an adult, like a full grown adult?
Attending, he had the shooter, right? Because like I don't want to misgender the person, had previously attended the school before dropping out about 4 years earlier.
Wow.
So the person dropped out of that same school.
So this was probably like a 20-year-old, 21, 22.
Damn.
I'm willing to bet there was probably some sort of like trauma associated with the high school, whether this individual was bullied or maybe made to feel a certain way. So there's like a revenge on their mind. Like, yo, it's because of Tumbler Ridge High School that I'm like this. Like, so one day I'm gonna show them.
What I did here too is it was a very small town. Like I think only like 2,000 people in the town.
Yeah. I've never even heard of this town until like this shooting. You know
so imagine how toxic it was already there, maybe. Especially for that person.
It's probably the one transgender in the whole like town.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
It's just unfortunate because you send your kids to school like to learn, you know what I mean? And not only now you have to worry about school shooters, but you have to worry about them trying to like indoctrinate your youth with all you know?
I got kids in high school, so that's unsettling, to just think that it's randomly going to happen because one kid is having a feeling that one day that nobody else knows about until it pops off. Right?
Yeah, and the thing is, they're still trying to figure out their feelings as when they're teenagers. I don't know exactly the age of this of the person who did the shooting, but like, probably still relatively young. People are still trying to figure themselves out and stuff like that, fam. Like, you might be having an emotional day, but that emotional day caused you to go shoot up a school, bro.
And where they get the gun from and all of that. Well, if there's an adult, they probably have it. It seems like they're an adult, right?
In Canada, well, is it easy to get guns out there in BC? Do they have like
it's the
hunting?
same law?
Same shit.
You gotta have a license, whatever.
But yeah.
There's obviously a black market that exists for guns.
No, but I feel like maybe because it's a small town, like hunting might be a little more like a popular there. So maybe like, oh, this is Pop's rifle. This is Pop's
exactly.
You know?
Yeah, what type of gun was used?
I'm looking up an article right now, trying to see if I can find some more information on.
There's a lot of big rifles here that I think in Ontario they did the mandate where they asked people to bring them back any assault rifles, but I don't think BC is the same.
No. It's all over. It's all over Canada. They're trying to do it. It's just that certain premiers are trying to push back on it right now, kind of thing. Like Ford is kind of pushing back on it. But I'm trying to find the caliber of the gun here. But
I wonder if there's like a manifesto that the shooter left behind, because usually when people do these mass shootings, there's some sort of message that they want to leave, like at least like a 4chan post or something, like.
That is interesting, but because I was just thinking like they off themselves after. So like again, like what was the point?
Yeah.
To inflict as much harm as they could
before they left?
Yeah, because they probably felt like the world harmed them, so they're gonna try to get back at the world.
Well, the police engaged in a battle, in a gun battle with them before they killed themselves. That's what was said.
Yeah, and as far as the ages, they're not saying the age of the person, but they're saying most of the children were between 12 and 13. So like
what does that 12-year-old have to do with you and your issues? And I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And this may sound like a random segue, but it usually be white people with the mass shootings, you know? Like, I don't see too many, like, black mass shooters like that.
Not in these kind of ways where, like, the one person goes and shoots up everybody that are just random. It's like, and I don't want to stereotype, but usually when there's, like, a mass shooting when it comes to black people, like, people are shooting at each other.
Yeah.
Like, there was the Danzig shooting. That was a mass shooting.
Yeah. 20-something people.
Yeah. But they were also engaged in a gang war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So man just started letting off at each other in the freaking jam. There was bare people over there and mad people got hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that can count as a mass shooting, but it wasn't one person randomly just going and shooting up all the people.
Is that
in the
a
crowd.
mass shooting or is that a shootout?
That's more of a shootout.
Yeah.
But obviously, innocents were still caught in the crossfire. But with the white mass shooters, there's always like one guy who's like angry at the world and just lets off on innocents.
That's why I'm saying, like, before you go natural, over here, it's surprising because we don't have that much. Like, I think this is like maybe the second time I've ever heard of something like that happening at a school. Maybe third.
Maybe not mass shootings, but remember the guy that was on Yonge Street in the van?
Yeah.
Driving everywhere, knocking over people. Even the Danforth shooting too, right?
The Danforth shooting. And
that's pretty recent.
And there was one at the school that I used to go to in Montreal, Dawson College. There was the shooting where like they shot like I think like 4 or 5 people in the atrium of the school. And in Montreal, they also had the women's college. And that guy had like a freaking like a hate towards women. I think it was called École Polytechnique. They went in there. He went in there and shot mad women
in Quebec.
Yeah,
that was recent too. Like
no, that was like years.
Okay,
back.
so they had another the mosque shooting in Quebec too.
Oh, so it does happen here. It's just
What's interesting about all these mass shooters is that it seems like they don't want to feel pain or harm towards themselves, so they off themselves before the police could ever shoot them. And it I don't know. It's weird that they would do that. So it's a kind of a different psyche. Like, what is going through the mind of them that they want to inflict, but not still live themselves?
Do you think that they're afraid to do the time?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, I think they're very cognizant of what they're doing, and it's like, okay, I'm not about. Like, I don't want to like live with this type thing. So it's like. They're probably planning to already do it anyways, so it's like, let me take as many people out with me before I go, and
I feel like for some of them in the more very fringe internet communities, they want to be deified as like, oh, you're just like Paul Bernard, or you're just like, you know, they have like these greats of people that they idolize, like, oh, these guys got at the world. And like this is who we look up to and stuff, you know? So I feel like for them, it's almost like an egotistic sort of pursuit where it's like, yo, like all these guys are gonna remember me and they're gonna know not to mess with us. You know, and there's been a lot of transgender mass shooters. Like I saw a list recently and it was like a lot of like specifically male to female individuals who commit mass shootings at schools.
Because even the psyche of like to be a man and decide like, okay, like I don't want to compete amongst the men anymore. Like I'd rather just become a woman. You know what I mean? Like even making that decision, this kind of shows a lot about the person. You know what I mean? Like
like what they think is in the realm of possibilities. Like, oh, like I can be a woman. You know, like, that's like
you guys are getting
mentality.
into touchy territory.
No,
that's fine.
No, hold on, because I feel like because I feel like if someone is hold on, it's not gonna be crazy. It's not gonna be. I feel like if someone's making that decision, he must think, oh, it's probably easier to be a woman. You know what I mean? Like, let me just and then.
What people are going to say in that community, and God bless everybody in the world, is they were born and they feel like they were born in the wrong identity or gender or whatever. So they feel they're living their natural way. And that's all the right to everybody.
No, exactly. And for the people...
Thank you, JP.
Circle that back. YouTube.
Corporate. I heard that.
Thank you.
There are people who I believe that, you know what I mean? But okay, imagine you think that like, oh, I'm born in the wrong body. Like as soon as I switch, I'm going to be blessed. Now, like you make the switch, and it's like, yo, I still feel
the same way.
You know what I mean?
If anything,
like,
it's worse now. Like
I lie, like shit, but they're trying to put their penis in me now. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no, like
I'm gonna go maybe
Don't
clip
sound like
that.
no, if a man's with, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's happening now. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, you know what probably hurts them even more? And like notice I'm trying to be like funny, but like no man is trying to hit that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now you're like, I'm a failed man and a failed woman.
Oh man.
You know, like that would probably make you hate the world for real.
Let's get out of Rumble territory here.
This is gonna be easy.
Oh man, this is Kick, Rumble, everything all wrapped up in one. All of the platforms.
because there are
people get
certain
canceled on.
athletes that
And he's
like
still going.
You're right. Segues.
This guy's like, hold on, let me just get one more in there.
What happened to Ja Rule again?
I know, right? What's Ja Rule up to? Okay, but yes, condolences to the families of all of those young children that passed away right there. And RIP to them, man. This is just a tragic incident. But let's bring up the vibes. Hip hop, okay? Actually, somebody that you know well.
Jeez.
SamG.
Mad.
SamG is back with some new music.
You're a babysitter.
We might have to get into that conversation right there because that's some lore right
That's
there.
super
Low
lore.
facts.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of what he got going on here. I don't know if he's released this yet, but this is him in the studio.
Big up SamG.
Thank you, Jake. Let's see what he got going on here.
Opportunity scalp, one done, gotta do it yourself. Feeling label for the record, got a few on the belt. Yeah, I'm 35, but I ain't stuck on no shelf. Get me? I'm Mr. 1v3, try run for me. I'm the one that hunts something, they ain't hunt for me. Color paper on the table, no monopoly. You a simp, only thing she get is cock from me. Peas, robberies, been catching eyes. I walked off the court like the paperwork sloppy. Fixing 25 the night, they thought they got me. My lawyer like Rocky. Rest in peace of Rob Nuttall. For the snake season, got a split tongue. I'm leaving with a split face and run cars at the base. Yeah, I'm from Toronto, call it Gotham where I'm from. You worry about the odds, cause the cops will get you done. And the judge will get you hung. No self-defense rights. Fucking running my crib, you ain't walking out right.
Jeez.
Right? So he's cooking up. This is not SamG's first comeback. He came home, I don't know, like 3-4 years ago now, and he dropped. But for some reason, I feel like SamG should be making a bigger impact for the amount of like legend and lore that he has. Am I off?
You want to hear a quick side story?
Yeah.
So, you know Booggz from Desert Storm? Right?
That's my pops.
Oh, for real?
That's funny.
I didn't know. So, you know, like Mazza and Troops, everyone like my brother.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so we're all throughout this time because that's my age group.
Yeah, that's how I got to your What You Need video.
To this day, it's Mazza that helped me bring me back into music while I was just doing all the business and shit. I forgot
No,
about
close
it.
to the mic right there.
See? But yeah. So yeah, that's love. That's love. That's
That
love.
is so funny. I'm gonna
Those are my
replay
big
that when I watch
bros.
it.
You know what I'm
Small
saying?
world, man.
Yeah. That's my big bros too. Yeah, bless. That's love. And his pops is original Little Rascals. Them
That's
men are
what's-
performing from in concert all
That's
from
what
back
showing
in the day.
niggas. Thank
See?
you, Steph. That's
See?
what showing.
That's a big
man.
stamp right there. That's a big stamp.
He's on all the GCP shit too. You hear him on the Turfs Hot album, all of that. See it?
Okay.
It's called Mike B on the Turfs Hot album. You see it like that. So Booggz linked me one day. Said, "Yo, I had a studio over by Brimley and Lawrence. I think Sonny Diamonds had it previously. So, you know, we took it over. So we had the GCP studio. That's where Jazz Cartier was born, all of that shit. See it? And Booggz called me and said, yo, there's this kid, because he was in Malvern. I guess that's what you guys in Malvern. He's like, yo, there's this kid here that's nice, You know, said, help him out, do some music or whatever. And we said, yo, who is he? It's SamG. See, so he sent him. We brought SamG to the studio.
Hold on, before you continue.
Yeah.
Was he already dropping music and the lore of him was already around?
No, I wasn't familiar with him
Okay.
at that time. He was probably still coming up like underground, like in the area still, right? But he was respected because the man them knew who he was.
Yeah.
See, like Small, a couple man was in there and say, oh shit, that's SamG, and then they rated it, right? So that was always the thing that I kind of seen with him. But when he came to the studio, we recorded a couple songs. And I remember him because they're Fleming, we're all laughing. Beer gangs, everyone's laughing, making jokes. So you can't really be serious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember SamG is used to being so serious. And I remember sitting there watching him as the men of him are cracking jokes. And I remember him seeing the smile, this bust from his face, right? So like, there it is, boom, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, after that, we didn't hear from him for like a couple months. To say, yo, I'm to SamG. I remember in the studio, say, yo, I'm to SamG.
Yeah.
And then boom, boom. And then that's when I hear about all of that other stuff.
Yeah.
See, and that's when he went in, I guess.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everybody knows, and the reason, this is even part of the reason I'm bringing this up, right? Like, because our audience and the Toronto audience fucks with SamG, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
so what I'm saying that is, I have a song with SamG. See, me, SamG, and one of our rock artists, Matt Black. Heavy song, because he's spitting crazy bars. Like, he would remind you, he would go toe-to-toe with Styles P and them, man.
Yeah, no, he was.
Yeah, it's a heavy song.
I was about to say he was sick, but he's still sick. Like, he's still sharp with the pen. But like, why do you think? And this is a question for all of you guys. Why do you think that from him coming home, that he didn't get the same rollout that like usually people get when they first touch road? Like,
maybe it's the business. Maybe nobody was helping him do the business with it.
Well, I would say, as someone who was able to like kind of witness the Face Films era, like the only man that kind of like survived that is Honcho. You know, like,
yeah.
But it's because he was able to kind of like keep the relevancy, like, I don't like.
And Vegas.
Oh yeah, Vegas, Vegas for sure. But I mean like the artist them. But I just feel like with SamG, like when he went away, a lot of people just kind of like just closed the book on it.
They wrote him off.
Sometimes it's the politics of why man's went away in the first place too. So some people would just kind of pull away from certain people after whatever situation.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I feel that he should, I don't know, I just feel that his name should be bigger in the hip hop scene right now. You know what I mean? He even said in the track, and I didn't even know, he said he's 35. It's not that old. You know what I'm saying? Like he's, you know, he for when he came home, right away he should have been doing like 50 to 100,000 views on his music videos, and it didn't happen.
I think the game has changed now where let's say he was posting one reel a day for like 2 months, and every day on your timeline you're seeing SamG. It's almost like you do have to reintroduce yourself.
Yeah.
Even though the audience is familiar with you and your legacy and they respect your, you know, ability, it's also like you gotta show them that you have the content. You know, this one video, that's like a good one reel. Imagine you have to have like 50 of those, have like a hanging mic one, maybe do a 1-2 podcast. So the game has changed now where it's not just like your notoriety or, you know, mandem knowing you that's gonna get you popular again. Like the random audience members have to see you all the time and be reminded, like, okay, like.
So when he went in, it was probably not as active as it is now on social media.
Not even close.
So imagine these guys, they're so street, they don't even want to do all of this TikTok stuff. We have to sometimes tell them, I said, don't just do something, don't act like you're doing it for TikTok, just do it and somebody else will post it for you. So you don't even feel like you're posting nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
A certain man don't even want to do that. They like bun that, fire for that.
Yeah.
They don't want to do all of that. It's too play for them. They're in a different mind state, you know?
Yeah. You know what? You might have hit the nail on the head when it came to that. I feel like he might, I don't know him personally, but I feel like he might be one of those guys.
No,
well, he's masked up in this video, so like, that's already saying a lot.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like that Face Films era is like a generation removed. So I don't feel like these new youths that are bumping like this new gen Toronto.
Yeah.
A lot of them might not even know who SamG is, you know?
But even if they don't know who he is, even the older generation who knows who he is still participating in the new social media era. So it's like, it's kind of like they still have to be reintroduced, even though they'll listen to old SamG. It's kind of like, okay, if you want us to listen to your new music, like this is the new method, you know?
Yeah.
But I think he's more than capable of doing it. Me personally, like I like that like slow flow bar type of vibe when it's like a beat that feels faster. I don't know if that makes sense, but like more hi-hats, like, you know, but it's you could still like go slower on the track, but like the beat is doing a lot of it. When it's like slow beat and slow flow, me personally, that's not my vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but there is a lane for that.
There
like those
is.
Griselda boys run the shit out of that, or friggin' Rock Marciano and different guys like that. Like Rock Marciano is almost like lo-fi. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like maybe SamG might be in a different bracket or should change his bracket of the market he's presenting himself to. Because he appeals to older people.
Yes.
Or more traditional hip hop guys, which there is that market, but the young kids around his age or younger don't listen to that as much. And people do listen to like Tyler, the Creator, all those people are there, but the same thing. It's more energetic, even though it's bars and all of that stuff. And maybe what would be great if he does features with some of the other young artists that are relevant, since they're going to respect him. Like I heard Pressa bigging him up. I'm waiting for Pressa to say certain names, and what the names that he's claiming for Toronto artists, OGs, is SamG, he's saying. So, you know, he should go reach out for a feature from Pressa, them man there. And just kind of tap into what's relevant now in the scene.
Yo, if he did a collab with Sav as two Vern dudes, that would go crazy. That would be crazy. I don't know if there's politics, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this as like a music fan.
Yeah. Brainstorming,
like, bro. That would be incredible. You know, like
No, I think that would be dope. Listen, I'm gonna speak to him behind the scenes. I'm sure he'll see this clip also. But like, cause I've been trying to get him on the show forever. From the time he first touched road, he's been like, yeah, man, soon forward. But like, I think he's kind of like having a hard time coming out of his shell.
Yeah, and you know how you were saying that like Honcho was able to survive? Like, it's because he found a way to stay relevant. It's not like Honcho's like on his camera, like posting every day, but he's doing the podcast to get reshared.
But not only that,
there's a point where he was in live streams, doing live streams.
That's true. But even today, like, it's kind of like he kind of diversified his brand by incorporating the podcasting, the interviews and stuff.
He's active in that. So a lot of these guys, what we're saying, don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's even Tizzy Stacks. I remember because Tizzy's manager is his uncle, one of my main homies, and their manager would have to tell Tizzy, "Yo, make these posts. Just record this. Put yourself in the studio. Turn the camera on. So it feels natural to you." And then they would post it. Somebody else is posting it. So a lot of these guys don't have that management.
And Tizzy's a young guy.
Yeah.
He's not even like an older head. Like, he's a young guy and he doesn't even feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so imagine they feel awkward. They don't want to get clowned. Imagine the man having all the jokes are going to happen. You know how many takes it takes you just to say some shit in the mic sometimes. No matter don't want to do that shit. Feel like, you know,
you got to go dolo somewhere and like, let me go just do this video. Like, man, leave me alone, fam.
But yo, JB, what's your advice to older rappers who are trying to make current music? Because you don't want to seem like you're like pandering to the youngins and totally switch your style. Like, you still want to be authentic, but you can't be as authentic as you once were because that's kind of out of style. So like, how do you adapt?
I feel like people have to stay in their lane and let everybody that has their own lane do their thing. Everyone do their job. So what I found is relevant. I see Nas do it a lot. And for some reason with me, I found success where younger artists attach themselves to older songs that I've done, but they're relevant in whatever way. So it brings me right back. I didn't have to change what I was doing, rap any differently or do nothing crazy. Just attach or connect with people that are doing something in the relevancy of what's happening at that moment. So the beats, the production, the artist. So, and you might just, as an older artist, I would say don't even try to compete. Just, if you don't like what's new, then I don't know, find a lane, because that's a hard ass lane to find. But if not, just kind of naturally connect with who you connect with in the industry now. And there's, for singers, there's all kind of R&B singers that they can do features with. For rappers, the same thing. And there's some young kids, some young artists from like Alberta just giving me features and doing different things. And it brings me right. All I got to do is just rap. And then they do all the crazy hooks and it sounds like whoever, Don Toliver or this type of vibe or whatever. And I just kind of fill in the blanks where it needs to be. So stay in your lane, basically.
You stayed in your lane. And what you're not mentioning also is that you work with a lot of people behind the scenes. So it's also an understanding of the business too, that you have for people in front of the scenes like yourself and for helping people behind the scenes to become in front of the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you mentioned Jazz Cartier.
Like his Jazz Cartier's first song, we set it up for him. We took over a high school. We gave him a whole high school video. You gotta watch the video. Her Daddy Don't Like Me. So I featured on the song to give him that kind of, not level up, but, you know, to get him in the doors. You know what I'm saying? So we got him much music. He was running it. And there's people calling, trying to give deals or whatever. But the same thing, I was attached to that. You know what I'm saying? So no matter where he goes, I'm attached to that relevancy because people are always going to go back to his roots or whatever it is, right? Same thing with Lioness Core, like Hater or Lover. She's going to be a humongous Indian star, and I'm forever attached to that. So when her numbers go up, so do mine.
Yeah.
Right? And then you don't have to work as hard. For older artists out there that's lazy anyways and don't really want to stay relevant, you see, I know because I'm in the business, so I'm doing things purposely. I'm always going to post. I'm always going to have content. I'm always going to tag you guys or whatever because I know that's what the business is, right? Some people are just lazy. They don't have the ethic, or they're introverted. They're anxious. They're whatever problems they're dealing with. Don't allow them to do those things on a regular basis. This is a lot of work. The industry, being a part of the industry.
So you have to embrace the younger generation, and Drake has done that continuously, I feel.
Yeah.
But I think with Drake, he's also able to adapt his sound. Like when he collabs with these younger artists, he's not sounding like So Far Gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like there has to be an adjustment to the actual like sonics or cadence for certain rappers?
It depends on what you're trying to achieve. Like Drake is trying to achieve world domination with his music, have the biggest songs on the charts. So he's gonna adjust his style to what caters to the people's ears. If you don't care about that, then you do the Nas thing. You know what I'm saying? And make music for your age group.
What's interesting is I just seen something. Juvenile has one of the most popular TikTok songs right now.
I could believe that.
And they say, imagine Juvenile 2026 has, a trending TikTok song and people are just going crazy because it's Juvenile, but he's staying in his lane. He's not changing the beat change and it's relevant for what's now. What's hot now. And that's what matters. You can't be an artist trying to do shit that you're still pulling, stuff that's still supposed to be in 2005 or something or whatever, or 99. You got to kind of keep relevant if you're serious about the business. If you're just having fun, doing whatever you want, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because you don't matter.
I'll say this in closing for SamG. Also, I shouldn't have only found this on Reddit. I'm sure it's probably in a couple other places, but this should have been something that like, yo, I got this video. Now you're hitting up all the blogs. Yo, post this, fam. Post this. Like, you need to get it everywhere. So like people are like, yo, SamG's out here. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe you might need a PR team because I feel like probably him as an individual doesn't want to seem big and message all these blogs and be like, yo, post me, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like Czar and Natural could probably have the sickest marketing team
we do
in Toronto or Canada. Because they're already tapped in with everybody. They could make connections, make feature connections. They could tap into all the different blogs and then even do posts where it's going to go more viral than any blog anyways.
Really?
And that's important.
And they can play your jam in the jam.
In the party, exactly.
Honestly, between all our platforms like Burrow Sound, We Love Hip Hop, DJ Natural Wave, DJ Czar, like I don't even feel like we need a blog for real. And Drip Room, shout out Drip Room. Maybe collabing. Like I don't even feel like we need like the bigger blogs. Like we kind of have that.
Yeah, you just kind of stamp it and then they're going to repost it.
Yeah, collectively we get millions of views per month.
Real talk.
Yeah. Well, salute to SamG. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, brother. I'm gonna skip this little baby story because it's getting a little bit late, right? I'll save that for my live stream about him allegedly shooting the San Francisco 49ers player.
Well, his bedroom, his 4PF bedroom.
Or one of his 4PF guys. Or they're saying it could be him too, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
Lil Baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want to ask you guys about this Tony Yayo, Ja Rule. I'll say Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder, and Ja Rule.
AInewsdaily.ca is a website that gives you AI-generated news across 1,000 plus topics, 96 global cities, and daily features. Plus, for VIP subscribers, AI-generated images, tarot readings, natal charts, investment tips, bet predictions, and drill wars, a text and image-based life simulator game set in Toronto's drill scene. One VIP subscription unlocks it all. During our We Love Hip Hop promotion, all new VIP subscribers receive a $2.50 USD wallet credit. www.ainewsdaily.ca. That's www.ainewsdaily.ca.
Okay, they bumped into each other on the plane. They were on a first class flight, and I'll play the clip over here, courtesy of 50 Cent, aka Fofty.
Trying to punch your suck ass up, you fucking suck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Trying to punch your suck ass up, you fucking suck ass Ja Rule.
Federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight. The use of
Wi-Fi to make video or voice call.
Niggas say Ja Rule.
SMD.
Now, apparently there's another video on TMZ that shows from another angle of Ja, like, you know, getting up in the plane. He's yelling at them. They got kind of crazy, right? And I have another clip that I'll play for you guys in a second here, courtesy of Tony Yayo, because he went right on Vlad, like right away. And he explains what happens.
He's one of my favorite podcast guests just ever.
And they got a podcast coming out just now, him and Uncle
It's already
Murder.
out.
It's already out, right?
Packing now. First class is packing. Now this is the fun. This is how weird this shit is. There's 2 seats left. There's one up front, and it's like one in front of us. I was like, yo, Murder, it'd be crazy. I tap Murder, I'd be like, it'd be crazy if he sit right here in front of us. Lo and behold, give it like 2 minutes. Boom, I see Ja. He see me. He spooked. He could tell TMZ, he could tell you, he could tell everybody he was spooked because he only seen me. When you see me, who do you see? You see 50 Cent, you see Uncle Murder, you see some gangster niggas around all the time that's on timing. Ja know that. He just got punched out of the concert. So it feel like the world is closing for him. So he see me, I see him. I'm not showing no weakness at all. You gotta remember, this is G-Unit. We've been through the ringer, bro. We been going at it with not only him, but multiple street niggas. And not trying to glorify nothing street, we're just telling you the lifestyle. So look, he's right here. I see him, he see me. The stare down starts. Boom. The plane is packing now. First class is packing.
Okay. So yeah, basically he explains that, man kind of wilded out. He was the one saying, like, he was getting extra loud, I guess, because I guess he wanted to freaking draw attention. My question to you guys, and I'm glad that JB's over here too, as an older gentleman. Isn't these guys too old for this, fam? Like, what? Bro, I was playing these songs in the beginning of the podcast. These songs are from like 2005, not 2015. It's not the 2016 challenge. It's the 2005 challenge, fam. And these guys are still on a first class flight, beefing.
None of them want to smoke either, because none of them want to jeopardize.
Facts.
Yayo ain't jeopardizing that salmon trout and all of that duck and all of that caviar.
No more caviar pancakes if you can't get on a plane, brother.
And I hear in the States that's federal, so whatever they do on there is going to be more serious than just on the street somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think it's just the States. I think over here too, you fuck around on the plane, like they'll get the feds for you. But like, bro, I just feel like at this point in time, you guys could see each other on a plane. Him, Ja Rule and 50 already seen each other on a plane before. They had no words for each other. Okay? I understand that man's had gotten hurt back in the days. It's not man just rap beefing. Like, niggas got hurt.
Yeah.
Right? There was this incident that happened in the studio. The old heads already know, but I'll recount. Maybe you guys don't know. They freaking went up in 50's studio. They turned out the lights, and a whole bunch of scuffling started happening. And then when the lights went back on, 50 was cut a little bit. He said, yo, my bitch scratched me more than that. Right? But they try to poke him up. You know what I'm saying? The man got shot 9 times.
Remember 50 was smoking on Irv Gotti.
He was. And people were
when
like,
he passed
fam.
away, God bless.
Like, bro, this is how many years later and you're still cheese? Like,
it's a long-ass beef, man.
Pause.
Pause that. Yes, the pause show.
But what I will say is, like, I feel like we can't just expect them to not think about their conflict. Like, even though they're older, it's still like, if you like ran into someone that you fought like a while back, and like it's still up, like, you're not gonna just let it go because you're older.
There's definitely some nigga shit though. Like if I'm on a first class flight and then like these guys just start yelling at each other.
Come on, brother.
When he went on Flagrant, Tony Ayo was saying like he hates when him and Uncle Murda go to these nice restaurants and like he's using a lot of profanity, smelling like weed, using the N-word all the time. Like he's like, I hate when we do this shit in front of white people, right? But I feel like with Ja Rule, it was like a defense mechanism, like fight or flight, because like you're surrounded by your ops. You gotta like, you know, make some noise. It's like if you're cornered, if an animal's cornered, he's gonna start barking. You know what I'm saying? Like what, either that or you cower.
I don't know. You said surrounded by the ops. I know Tony Ayo and Uncle Murder ain't soft, they ain't sweet, but it's only them two. You didn't have to go off so crazy.
Nah, you said there was a couple more people there.
Oh, there was, but like, I gotta give those guys the benefit of the doubt too. Like, Ja went off a little bit too much. He was woofing. Like, the mans are not gonna try to trample you on the plane.
No, exactly.
But you still want to like maintain some sense of pride and manhood. So it's like I'm not just gonna be quiet while you guys are like kind of laughing at me and like trying to violate.
I feel like if it was just Yayo and Ja Rule on the plane, they would have just sat there quiet and then just took their flight. I think because Uncle Murder was there, he's a bit more rowdy, you know, he's a bit more relevant because he does the wrap-ups and all of that. Because, I don't know, them two guys, they're funny. I feel like they're just snapping, like old guys that, you know, you see old men sitting there drinking and just cutting up each other.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me at this point. Because it's so far gone, like, you know.
I watched some of the Yayo Vlad interview, and he said that, like, he was down to just let it be cool or whatever, but at first, Ja Rule said something, and then he said Uncle Murder was the one that started trolling him. Then Uncle Murder pulled out the phone and started trolling him. And then once the phone came out, that's when Ja Rule had to start, you know,
posturing.
Because it's going to be on TMZ, which it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's on them. I got to put it back to the G-Unit guys. Like, you guys have to be the bigger ones on this one, fam. You pull out the phone, you know what's going to happen.
But Ja Rule said something first.
They were like, yo, this pussy ass nigga Ja Rule. We're going through semantics. I'm saying like these mans are grown. We're not talking about like 20-something-year-olds, fam. We're talking about 50-year-old men, fam.
You would expect maturity.
Yes.
I feel Uncle Murder was the instigator in that situation, for sure. Because the other two, they would have just sat there chill. They wouldn't even acknowledge each other. You know, sometimes like a co-worker or something, you see them, you don't like them. You're just going to sit there, leave.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, like, I feel like once you're with your boys, they're not going to be as mature, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're with your boys and you see you're out for 20 years and look at Bong, he has no designer luggage, the man's there by himself, it's like, oh, you really work. Like, you couldn't bring no bitch with you or nothing, dog. Like, you're really, like, slaving out here, dog. Like, you're going to start jonesing on him or whatever.
See?
Like, I don't think that they were, like, going to, like, pounce on him on the plane, you know? So, like, but I guess Ja Rule couldn't like joke back, so he had to just start like taking it there.
It's the camera.
Yeah, and whatever mood they were in to begin with. So Ja Rule could have just been there off of a meeting or something, was pissed off or something else, and it's off for this Yayo Murder now.
There we go again.
You know what's funny? People pay extra for first class like tickets to avoid like being recognized. Imagine you pay extra and like all your ops are just in first class with you. It's like,
and the thing is, like,
Yayo
and Murda, like, they kind of got the heads up that Ja Rule was going to be on the plane because they spoke to whoever had the manifesto.
Okay.
So they kind of knew or whatever. But for Ja Rule, it was like a surprise. So imagine just like walking on, like you said, first class. You think it's going to be blessed. You could sleep. And like first class is lovely. You know what I mean?
You can't wait for that nap.
You couldn't sleep now, right?
You don't see one of your ops. You see all of them.
Right behind you.
Oh my.
And then they start filming you, clowning you and stuff. That's a nightmare, bro. Like, what was
I'd be pissed off too. Still,
what was he supposed to do?
No, exactly.
So let me ask you guys before we close this here. How does beef ever expire? Because we're talking about these guys. Is there a pause?
No, I think Jake just let out a chuckle.
It's like more like a food joke.
No, because like, well, yeah, it does kind of expire if you leave it out in the sun, right? But does it ever expire? Because we're talking about mans that are beefing from 2000. I say 2005. It's actually before that. It's a couple of years before that.
That was 30 years of beefing.
Yeah, fam. Like,
it's crazy.
Is there an expiration date where they could say, all right, you know what, I don't fuck with you, but if we see each other in public, we just don't deal with no
You know
beef.
what, to keep it a buck, if people are dead, then you should be riding for that for life anyways.
Nobody's died.
No one died?
50 got shot 9 times, but that was because of Supreme, which I guess is Ja's team. He got stabbed, like I mentioned.
If all that happened, then I think that's basically the same.
Yeah.
You know, you remember the Eaton Center shooting?
Yes.
And homeboy was tortured or something, like it was bad stuff was happening to him. Sorry. And then he seen the people, it was like on site. So at least these guys are not walking around with guns and it's on site.
Exactly.
In the plane, in that circumstance. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like they've ran into each other many times over the years.
They have, but nobody's gotten shot, so at least.
I will say, what is it, Israel and Palestine? they've been beefing for how long?
Yeah.
You know, Ukraine and Russia, they've been beefing for how long? So I feel like, yo, man, carry beef for centuries. And
Literally.
like, oh, my forefathers wouldn't have this, so I'm not having this, you know?
Yo, but what I also will say is, it gets nuanced because, for example, like I'm Turkish, right? There was like an Armenian genocide that the Turks did, right? So, and Armenians, like for a long time, you know, it's beef. But if I meet an Armenian today, it's not like they're snuffing me on site, you know? Like, even though like I could understand like if they be like, oh, you're Turkish, like yo, F you. But it's like, I guess like it depends on the maturity level, and it's also like how closely you're involved with the situation. Like they're like, hey, well, like you haven't done anything to me personally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and homie Tony Yale did slap Jimmy Henchman's kid. There was a lot of shit happened, man.
So you guys,
I'll take it back.
You guys don't have anybody from your past that you don't rock with and like you will never ever rock with again?
Yeah, I got people that I don't rock with, but it's not like on site.
And I don't think it was on site here.
Because they're on the plane. You know what I'm saying? But they did say, like, even not even on site, but like even say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that I'll be in the same room with. I don't fuck with them. We just don't say anything to each other.
There are people from my past where it's like, okay, if I seen them and like we don't rock with each other, like I won't say anything. But if they start talking to me, then I think I'll crash. Like I think I'll at least like throw a punch or something. Just because they started talking. But like if we're both cordial and everyone's just minding their own business, then I'm not gonna initiate or instigate.
The other side of it is if it's a long-standing, you know, situation that's been kind of happening for many years, at some point as an adult with responsibilities and an amazing life, what are you willing to sacrifice? And for what? For that moment, because somebody did something 10 years ago. How serious was it? You know, again, if it's
25 years ago,
stuff like that, then it's serious, right?
Yeah.
But
and
if it's
And even Yayo was saying in the Vlad interview, like he was telling Murda, like, yo, chill, because if we like this is federal, so if we catch a case, ain't no more Crips in France and all this next stuff. You know what I mean?
And he's crashing out and he wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying?
If you seen Curtis King, would that be on site?
Get a little bit closer.
If you seen Curtis King, would that be on site?
I heard you. I just wanted you to say it twice.
For the I gotta know who Curtis King is now.
He's a waste man over there in LA that tried to make some jokes, tried to diss me, but it didn't work. Okay. Probably not. And same thing with like Gutsy Guts. If I see Gutsy Guts in the jam, I seen him like a couple of years ago, and we were not beefing, but we weren't cool. I didn't say anything to him. He didn't say anything to me.
Y'all too old for that.
I think so.
I wouldn't even want to see that fight.
No, because people will film it, and then I'll be embarrassed to go watch it on Reddit later.
It'll be like Stick Universe Granddad. Have you heard from Boondocks?
and listen, I'll be embarrassed, win or lose. It won't be, if I snuff out Gutsy Guts in a club or something like that, I'll be like, yo, W for me. Nah, fam, I'll be like, yo, I'm too old for this, and man's have me on camera. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But listen, salute to both parties, all right? I still like both, all y'all music. I don't know. I still probably play none of you guys' music right now, so whatever.
50, we like your productions. Keep doing that.
Yes.
Ja Rule, don't try to put on any more festivals, concerts.
Ja Rule just needs to just chill and ride the wave of all the nostalgic 90s music because he could probably be doing concerts.
You know, the concerts be going.
No, he was probably on his way to a city to go do a show.
Big up Yayo and the podcasting he's doing.
Yeah. Salute to all parties involved. I got another verses for you guys. Last week, so let's see where we have so far. Pressa versus Casper.
I won that one.
All right.
Pressa.
I don't know if there's a winner or loser in these ones, but
we have to do the music verses though. I think Casper would win that.
Last week was Mula versus
Roni.
Zara won that one.
Right? I guess Zara won that one. This week I have Bandz versus Booggz GME. Bigger artist. Gentlemen, your opinions.
Are you just going to go with your home team?
I was going to go with the home team.
Malvern all day. So you got Booggz.
Yeah, I was going to. But like also, I'm also more familiar with Booggz' music, you know, like, but I low-key think that Bandz is going to take it because I feel like I've seen his name more.
Yeah, I
You
do
know?
think he's also more affiliated with a larger music conglomerate.
Yes.
Exactly.
So that can also add to his popularity. But I do think Booggz has better music.
Yes, if you are,
Just like
I
a
can't.
pure
I'm
music
not. I'm not
standpoint.
saying yes. Agreeing with you. Like there's the music part, but let's keep that out.
So you're just talking numbers?
Numbers, relevance, impact.
I'm gonna say Booggz though. Like I kind of like I do like Beast Mode by Burna Bandz. That's like probably one of my favorite Toronto songs.
Yeah.
But like I just think Booggz has like his own like style that he kind of, I don't want to say godfathered, but like he was one of the early pioneers of that like borderline smiley sound.
Yeah.
You know?
And I got to think about the length of time that these guys have been in the game. Booggz has been like, what, 2014, 2013? Like, Black Challenger was 2015. And Burna Bandz, I would say roughly around the same time, 2015 is when he started getting onto the scene, 2017. So I think I have a good match here. One take, Jake.
So we're both saying Booggz?
I don't know. You guys are saying Booggz. I say Burna Bandz.
Okay, all right.
I say Burna Bandz.
Let's dance.
And I'm not saying that just because we got the same birthday. But
Are you familiar with these artists?
I'm familiar with Burna Bandz, but Booggz is new. Unless I heard his music before.
Have you heard the song "Pull Up in the Black
Hold on.
Challenger"?
I'll play something quick. You'll know as soon as I play it.
Freddie, we're gonna have to stop on the Spotify.
Jimmy, we love hip hop. Said that.
Crazy.
You've heard this song before. You heard
Yeah,
Black
it sounds
Challenger.
familiar still.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's
Big
also
up,
a
big up.
future track.
Yes.
So the beat is
Commons.
Yeah, that's the
Commons.
era where everyone was rapping over everyone else's beat.
Yeah.
Mm.
So one take, Jake, if you could pull up the screen again for me, please. 20 million monthly listeners for Booggz.
20,000.
20,000. 20 million. My bad.
20 million would be
I was like,
insane.
bro.
That'd be kind of crazy. So okay, Booggz got 20,000. Let's go to
He's
Burna
from
Bandz.
Malvern?
Yes. Let's go to Burna Bandz.
I just feel like it's gonna be more.
It's probably gonna be more.
Yeah.
Damn.
Forgot about late nights.
157,000. No, I was about to bring that as my friggin' uppercut. Oh, you can. Right?
Is Burna, is he the one that's doing a lot of music in the UK? Or that's the next, not Doobie,
You might be thinking of Press somewhere.
no, it's the next one.
But his conglomerate tracks is like what's pushing him over the edge. Right?
Yeah, because Late Nights is with Houdini,
Mhm.
right? That's a gold plaque right there. 50
Shit.
million streams on that. And this is not the
Crazy.
YouTube
Nice.
views. This is just the streams, right?
That's crazy for
Crazy.
Canada. I got those
Yeah.
numbers too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you got a plaque for it, right?
Yeah.
Beast Mode has 14 million streams, and the music video has millions of views on it too, right?
It's a
That's
sick
mad.
song.
And then you guys, and you know what? You might be right as far as the affiliation, because it kind of helps. Because Late Nights is with Houdini, like I mentioned, but 456, right? He's got Tallop on there, and there's I forget who else is on there, but like that's another collabo that has like 8 million on it. You know what I'm saying? My Team, another collabo, 6 million. It's going crazy.
So the thing that, big up everybody.
Mm.
Another flex back in the day, and I'm wondering like how we kind of measure this.
Yeah.
Is genuine streams or not?
I'm glad you said it, bro, because I don't know, we be calling out some of these bots. I don't know.
There's a lot.
I feel
a lot
Burna
going on.
Bandz isn't doing bots though, but it's possible.
A certain
don't
man
see it.
used to tell me they would set it up where they're going number one on Apple.
No, definitely.
And it would
See
happen.
it?
Definitely.
It happens every time they did it. When they say, I feel like making this amount, and they know how much it's going to pay out, they know how much it is to get the bots, right? And it becomes a hustle.
Yo,
You know what I'm
didn't you?
saying?
I seen a comment on a We Love Hip Hop post about this, and they're like, for 1 million views, it's like 30 bands or like something like that.
Really?
So like, it's not cheap if they're botting it like proper. I think.
Like
No. I would say you were expecting to make off of 1 million views, maybe 5-6 grand, depending on what platform. And then maybe to get the bots for that might be 1,500 for $1 million.
Oh, that's not that bad.
But because you're only making 5 grand, right? So it's
Yeah.
the hustle. So you're thinking, what am I paying? What's my return on my investment?
Yeah.
Right. But then what's genuine or not? Because I'll tell you, come from the behind the scenes, I won't say no names, but some, West End, rapper, big up, still mad love, but it just got fucked up with whatever they were trying to do because I'm seeing the behind the scenes and I'm seeing fraudulent stream notification.
Ooh.
I won't even say their name on the podcast. So, to keep their integrity, bless up, because it's a very popular artist. But that shit happens all the time. So imagine they work with somebody that didn't fuck it up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could have ran it up, and whatever would have happened, right?
Ooh,
Man's getting paid out, then their streams look better. Now they could get better advances. It's a hustle.
I'm gonna ask you behind the scenes. Remind me to ask JB behind the scenes who he's talking about.
I feel like I know who it is.
One thing I will say, and I have to put a disclaimer every time I do these verses. This is not no beef thing. This is not, this guy versus this guy, could they have issues? We're just trying to get a gauge of who I don't know. I like to see verses.
If anything, I think this is like a testament of like the power of collaboration. Because growing up in Malvern, I've seen the different eras and like the different like good rappers we've had, but they've never really clicked up the way how he has Houdini on the track, then Talib on the track, and then like, Janie Ubi on the track. Like, man, and them are sharing the wealth, Like,
Yeah.
Like,
that's that Khaled effect. Like Drake, Rick Ross, everyone's doing songs together.
Exactly.
Fat Joe, Lil Wayne, everyone just, why not, right?
Exactly.
The only person from Vern that really did that was Sav. Like the newer gen, he was collaborating with 100 OTD and like all these other guys. So
yeah, he has a team.
Yeah, ain't Sav endorsed by like P Rain and them too?
I'm not sure.
Like Preem? Because I could have swore he's always promoting somebody. I think it was Sav. Sav like sings a bunch, right? He doesn't.
No, you're talking about Sage.
Sage?
Yeah. I grew up with him as well. He grew up in Malvern.
Sage Harris?
Yeah, Sage Harris. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we're talking about Sav.
Sav 4 times.
Sav 4 times, right?
Okay.
But the thing is, what you're saying with Booggz, it's true because he only really collabs with his homie Booggz GME.
Yeah.
Right? And one thing I did forget is that Booggz also has Drake features, but they're not out.
Turn this to an organization.
Yeah. So
features?
Like, two. He has 2 Drake features. When we did the interview before he went away, and salute to both parties, apparently, through the grapevine, Booggz is home. And this has been for a while now. I think we reported on it, and then I kind of took it back. But apparently he's home. Somebody told me they've seen him, right? And I seen on Reddit that Burna Bandz is home too.
Okay, is this why you're
crazy that they're sorry? No, it's crazy that why they're both locked up.
Yeah. They were both locked up at some point in time, but they weren't locked up long enough where like their career done.
Well, I know. Okay, with Burna Bandz, and I don't mean this like, I mean this with all respect, but like he has a shorty that's like a pretty attractive Toronto shorty who's kind of like, I don't want to say in the limelight, but like I always see people on Reddit posting her and like it kind of keeps his name relevant. Like, yo, this Burna Bandz shorty. I forgot her name. She was literally on like, she wasn't on Real Bad Girls of the Six as one of the girls, but she was like a judge. I forgot her name, but she's a beautiful woman. And with Booggz, I felt like when he went away, it was on like more of a downfall kind of vibe because it was associated with Chroma and like the situation. Then while he was in the bin top 5, did like a video that depicted him in the wheelchair and stuff. So it was like totally different tones while they were locked up.
Yeah.
But I will say I've seen Booggz in the studio before, just like as a rapper. Like he's very talented and it's very natural and effortless for him to come up with what he comes up with. And I was like actually impressed by like his workflow and stuff. And I do think he has more marketability than Burna Bandz globally in terms of maybe the fan base that he could procure. And musically, I think he offers something different. But I do think Burna Bandz is really good. And clearly the numbers speak for that. And his performance on his songs are impressive as well. So I rate them both. But my personal preference is Booggz. But it seems like Burna Bandz has his number on
got the bigger fan base. Personal preferences, or before we get off of this, personal preference, Booggz, or and you're not as familiar with them, JP.
No, so I have no personal preference. Big up to both of them.
What about you, Natural? Personal preference, Booggz or Burna Bandz?
I'm gonna go Booggz, but I just feel like Burna Bandz, like his collaborations is just gonna like they just played the game smarter.
Yeah, I think as far as the styles that I like both of their music a lot, but I like Booggz' like rap flow a little bit more, But I will say this with Burna Bandz, like the songs that I like from him that are the big tunes, I like those a lot. Like I fucking love Late Nights. Like Late Nights is a banger. It's one of those songs that when you're not hearing it, you hear it in your head.
Yeah. I would say he has more anthems for sure.
If I could tap in and say one thing, growing up in Toronto, we were the first generation that started hip hop.
Road Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
Basically, there's no one but like there's S Blank and then, but that was still like our big bros, right? S Blank would be the man then before Rascals or was putting out Rascals in them men. And they were still training us as kids. I was 11 years old or whatever. And I'm still in my 40s. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is growing up, I didn't like a lot of Toronto rappers or music. A lot of people were corny or lame or whatever to me. And that might have been my own thing from what music I liked. But what I'll say now, there just wasn't as much talent. Because there wasn't as many people. But now, this new generation of artists, what I will say is I love all of them. There's so much fire out there. They're relevant. I believe that if we kind of get our shit together, we could be stronger than the UK and the US because we have our own infrastructures here. And with those numbers, like almost 200,000 monthly listeners, and there's so many other artists that have millions of streams, why isn't there concerts and shows on a regular basis in big arenas where men are getting 20 bands a show for few men? You know what I'm saying? Because the arena, they're charging $100 a ticket. Because the kids across what I see with Ronnie and his team, because they're so consistent with the touring, the kids always show up and they're the ones that care about this. Young white girls and young white boys that are caring about this. And, you know, that's their religion. So why isn't there infrastructure where mans are caking off of this?
I'll tell you, well, this is why I think it is. Basically, like, okay, when I look at the States, a man, like, he'll take a risk, he'll put 20 bands on a show, like, just, like, I fuck with this rapper, like, I kind of want to see this succeed. People here, they either don't want to, like, gamble on themselves or, like, we're kind of waiting for, like, the government to set it up for, like, we need a grant. Or you know what I mean? Like, we kind of need to, like, do it ourselves. Like, even one time, you know, okay, shout out Montrealis. Okay, one time we're in Montreal, like, doing a gig together, right? And I showed them, like, yo, what we should do, okay, I'm a big DJ, Montrealis is a big DJ. We should get Snoopy or one other man. We all fly in an artist. So that's 3 big DJs. 3 big artists. That's a festival right there. Man, you know what I mean? But, like, you know, they're doing their own thing at the time, you know? So, but I just feel like more people need to come together and be willing to invest their bread without worrying like, oh, is this nigga gonna snake me? Is he gonna run off with the bread? Because like we have to, like, it's on us to create the infrastructure.
So and this is the key, because I remember when I was touring and I was supposed to perform once at the Docks before it was Rebel. And I remember Neil calling me saying, yo, the cops called and said if you perform, you and Mayhem perform, we need to provide $10,000 additional security for police.
Christ.
So we can't do it because we can't afford it. Wow. And I remember Dwight Drummond, a couple of people were going to do a special on it. And then me and my homie said, you do even want the attention? I said, no, just leave that alone. But that's one thing that can ensure, because all these artists are so high profile, none of them even want to perform because they think next man's going to be there to pop them. So nobody wants to expose it. I remember with one you know, from Finch, I don't want to say his name because he has so much bad affiliation. You know what I'm saying? And so much man want his head. But he didn't even want to be out there because he was so popular, he could have did that. So why don't you do shows? He goes, I can't even be out there like that. Because for a fact, once man know where I'm at, they're coming.
As soon as they see the flyer,
as soon as they see it, they're coming. No matter what, they're gonna risk everything and come and try it. Right. So one thing that we could do, and I propose We Love Hip Hop, the team here, we all put together our own shows where we just, you know, when it's ready. But the one key for other promoters that want to invest across Canada, get all these amazing artists out there making money for everybody, is you have to invest in the proper security, Hire the police. Because then man, them ain't going to be there doing stuff. Hire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they'll have to wait till they go home and regular business anyways. But while they're there in that facility, everyone's going to act accordingly. Nobody could come in. They're not even driving it because there's police. You just hire extra police, charge a little bit extra money, make that back.
Let's do this, okay? And we'll get off of this segment here. I'm down to do it if somebody's down to fund it. Because I am not taking money out of my pocket to risk my head back and watch these niggas try to freaking fuck up the game and put a Sully name on We Love Hip Hop after they shoot up the club. I'm not trying to be a pessimist, but I'm just saying, just in case.
So we'll work on that.
Yeah. Because it's like, bro, I would love to be able to stick my neck out for these niggas, but I'm not even holding that much bread to take them kind of risks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's artists that don't have polys that we could spotlight.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
For sure. But like, it's a big undertaking.
Yeah. So it has to be something insured, and we'll talk about that behind the cameras.
We'll talk
yeah,
BTS.
that'll be an amazing thing. We Love Hip Hop going to bring all those amazing artists to cities across Canada. You know what I'm saying?
You just put like the We Love Hip Hop stamp on like a major event right there, and my freaking anxiety just went right through the roof. But salute to Burna Bandz. Salute to Booggz. All right. Welcome home to both of them, and keep doing your thing. I'm looking forward to new music from all of them, man. Last but not least, I have here on my list of topics here. The immigration overcorrection is how I have it titled. I want to take a quick second to give a big shout out to Grabba, some of the hottest grabba in the GTA. You can get grabba shakers as well as hot grabba leaf in different flavors like red herring and red rose. They got delivery within the GTA, and they got some really cool apparel for sale. If you want to get your hands on that grabba, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, grabba.ca, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer. So the reason I titled it this way is because we spoke about the changes that they're doing in immigration now, how they're cutting off a lot of student visas. They're taking a lot of these people that have their visas and telling them, once you're done, vamos, go back. But this is also affecting people who were actually contributing to society, right? So I'll play a video over here quickly. Of this gentleman who's having some issues.
We recognize the human toll on these individuals. A lot of them have put their life savings in coming into Canada.
Immigration lawyer Mario Bellissimo says for people who came to Canada to study, the Ontario Immigration Nominee Program was promoted as a path to permanent residence. In November, the provincial government suddenly paused the skills trade immigration stream after identifying systematic misrepresentation and fraud affecting the ability to determine whether applicants meet eligibility criteria.
Now you have this massive number of individuals that really don't have a pathway and thought their future was in Canada. So it's creating a lot of stress on the system, a lot of questions about integrity, of why we rolled out a program in this way.
Tool and die maker Koljinder Singh was invited by the province to apply to the program, which nominates people who have skills and experience needed in the Ontario economy to the federal government for permanent residence.
There's families and lives behind those file numbers.
Last fall, after waiting almost 2 years, Singh's application was returned without a decision after the program was suspended.
My applications and with other hundreds of applications were returned, stating that the skill trade stream under ONP has been suspended as they have found some fraud in the system and they want to protect the integrity of the system.
Singh says Ontario needs workers like him, noting that many skilled laborers at his company are nearing retirement age. The years-long delay in processing his application means he may not find an alternative stream to re-enter before his work visa expires in July.
If it would happen a year ago to me, I would have easily gone into the other system and it would be easier for me at that point. But now the economy, the tariffs and everything, manufacturing is really hit by the tariffs.
Now Singh and all the other skilled trade applicants must find another path to permanent residency before their work visas expire.
I could not imagine.
Gentlemen,
They don't have to find another path to permanent residency. They could just go back to them.
Nah. That's the thing. They were tricked. I know we have these conversations a lot about immigration. There's even a whole Canada First rally. You were at the rally not too long ago, right?
That actually wasn't Canada First. It was it's a non-affiliated group, but similar sentiments.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Like, I do understand the people who are coming out here not doing shit. They're not being useful. They're doing crime. There's fraud and all types of things that these guys are saying that are part of the reasons why they're trying to cut this shit down. But there's a lot of people that are coming here, skilled trade workers, who were sold a dream. Trudeau sold these guys a dream while everybody was locked down. Like, we need you over here. And now they're here and they're like, nah, bro, we don't want you.
Have you heard the saying, one apple spoils the bunch?
Yes.
Once, I don't know, if I'm the government, once I see you guys are super, like once you guys start doing too much with the fraud and the system, it's like, all right, bro, we have to kind of cut this at a certain point.
I know, but it's difficult to even say you guys because like that gentleman, for example, it doesn't seem like he was trying to game the system.
Okay, I don't mean you guys as in like,
all you.
Yeah, I just mean like in a general sense, like once, okay, we put out a rule and then on paper, this is how we thought it was going to go. It's not going the way we want. Our own citizens are crying out. At a certain point, we have to we have to prioritize.
Yes, but I will say this: we had the same issue. Jamaicans, I'm not Jamaican, right? But Jamaicans got painted with a bad brush back in the 80s, 70s. Heavy influx coming in, and then what happened? Shower Posse, Versace crew, all these different crews murdering down the place. And then people are starting to said, oh, you Jamaicans are trouble.
Yeah,
did they send everybody back? No. These guys are not dealing with the same. So they did send people back, but they're sending back the criminals. You know what I'm saying?
But they also were like bringing in millions and millions and millions of Jamaicans, you know,
different time.
Like Jamaica wasn't taking over Brampton and Scar. Like Jamaicans wasn't completely. I don't think Jamaicans were completely changing the infrastructure and the system of Canada.
The population
not
that's
of
coming
Canada,
in, I think you're talking about.
But I would say a good part of the east part of Canada, Montreal, Toronto,
even Brampton before it was.
Yeah, it was Jamaican before it was
Jamaican, and
the
fact that with the accent, our accent comes from Jamaica, the Jamaican friggin'
just because Jamaican niggas are you're trying to tell me the amount of Jamaicans that came here is the same as the amount of Indians
nowhere close. But the thing that I'll say is real quickly is they did this, it got real crazy for a minute. Like we all know this, going in any store, anywhere, at Walmarts, everywhere, it got crazy.
Yeah.
That nobody else could get jobs.
Yeah.
Right? So now we're seeing, at least you go to Tim Hortons in different places, you might see a white lady again, a Filipino lady, a black lady. I seen a black guy at A&W for the first time in like 5 years. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, what bit Canada in the ass, and none of us could complain about it unless we're proactive enough to do it ourselves, their foundation, their uncles, elders, grandfathers, fathers bought all the companies here. So of course, who are they going to hire when they come in? They're not bringing any cousin them.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, of course we have work for everybody. Send in everybody. And we see certain people, Vietnamese do that. There's people that's living in Kensington Market that they're only there to work at certain restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's it. The owner of the restaurant send them all in. He's not hiring no other ethnicity in there.
Facts.
You know, so it's just kind of, we can't complain of what we didn't do.
Yeah.
We have little Jamaica, like, you know, like Eglinton West.
Barely
but
have
men ain't buying Subways and Tim Hortons and everything and everything.
Yeah.
else.
Only hiring other Jamaicans.
But on the other side of that, okay, let's say you want to open a grocery store, right? And you have the money to do it. There's like, there literally is a mafia that controls the produce that comes in because like there's only certain things we could grow here. So if you want to open your store and you're not even getting the good fruits and vegetables and stuff, like how's the business gonna be?
What I'll tell you, as a black man that has made it into like alcohol world in my lifetime,
Big up.
Homer's Premium Lager, Mango Express, you know, going to be in stores soon.
Mad.
Seen, but you just have to just cross your T's, dot your I's, do the work. Sometimes people don't know who you are behind the scenes. You know,
what would you say to the shops on Eglinton West? You know, like they wanted to open up their business. So like, okay, we're going to build a little Jamaica up here.
Yeah.
And then the government's like, okay, we're going to spend 15 years mashing up the roads and mashing up your parking, making it difficult for people to enter your store. We're going to mash up this one part for like almost 2 decades.
I'll say this. Being a long-time Torontonian and being in Eglinton West thousands of times, nobody over there was making that kind of money anyways. You know what I'm saying? On the other side of Eglinton West Station, closer to Bathurst, those guys got affected too. And that was old Jewish, old rich families there with jewelers and all kind of big stuff that was there prior and making lots of money, right? Like bigger, you just see you know. You know what I'm saying? So I would say relocate and just find better situations for yourself. You know?
And companies that make more money on a scale. Like, salute to us as a people, like the whole diaspora, right? But like in the Caribbean community, we love to open a restaurant or a hair shop, bro.
Yeah.
And that's cool, but there's only so much income you can pull from each customer when you have one of those kind of businesses. You need to pull in a business that like whatever you're selling is cost a few $100s than a $10 plate of food. Like, you have to sell how many of those to keep your business open?
But it takes money to make money, right? So I feel like with things like restaurants or hair, it's like lower overhead to begin, right?
Yes.
It's like you're not coming to the country with like so much money. But like with the mafia thing, like you know, with the produce and stuff, like I feel like with those guys, like you just have to have the money. Like even if they are racist, it's like they're not gonna like say no to money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you just go
like,
food terminal. As long as you have a business license and you sign up, you could go get your cash and carry, wholesalers, your food terminal stuff. It's just business. You just gotta do. They might own it and operate what's selling, but you can still buy from them. You just gotta just do the.
But okay, at least in America, Black people have the highest spending power. I'm not sure what it is out here. So okay, let's say, you came with the money and now we allow you to open the grocery store. If niggas are now going and shopping with the niggas and then now the black dollar is circulating in the Black community, like that's a power that I feel like they don't want niggas to have, you know what I mean?
But I feel like that's on the Black community to support their own. Like Chinese people go to Chinese grocery stores, Arabs go to Arab grocery stores. So it's not like the system's stopping Black people from doing that.
No, I'm saying the system is set up to stop for mans to be able to even open the grocery store. You know what I mean?
There is like a barrier of entry and they make it harder,
all them stuff.
They make it hard to get started. But I feel like, and I don't know if it's based on race or if it's just based on like, doesn't everyone have to go through the same process when they open a business here?
Yes, but sometimes you got to jump through a couple of hoops or maybe get somebody else to go represent for you when you're part of the Black community. Where I don't even see it being as hard for like the South Asian community.
Right.
They're even more accepted even though they're getting kicked out, as far as for business, they're way more accepted in rooms than the Black community has been accepted.
And then another important thing about that is they have the population to make that sustainable for whatever ethnic purpose businesses. We don't. They have millions of people in this country alone, and we have pockets of people in different areas that aren't going to travel.
Good point.
But sorry to cut you. A quick gem though for everybody is if you're not attached to something personally, then just do smart business. Smart business is what population is going to buy what's the highest population and having products or businesses that are offered to everybody, not one ethnic group or not. Exactly. And it would be smarter as a Black person to make business that's geared towards Indian.
That's what I was just thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Or Asian. Like I'm a man, I'll open up an Asian, full authentic, you know what I'm saying, Chinese restaurant or something, and it's only Asian people running it.
Yeah.
You don't need to know who I am.
Yeah, you just come in through the back and go pick up your money and
that's
go.
It. So if you think about it like that, then you remove the attachment, because I cringe almost at people opening Jamaican restaurants or ethnic-based restaurants anymore because you know how hard it is.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
So why not make an Indian restaurant and just bring a couple Douglas man them to sit in the back? Because what runs restaurants is, so you get an example of what I'm talking about, most restaurants across Ontario are owned by Sri Lankan guys. You only
even
see
like
white
Thai restaurants. Like,
you only see white women and white young white girls in the front. If you're in like out of town, if you go travel across Ontario, all them burger, whatever burger joint, steaks, this, whatever.
Yeah.
A couple old Sri Lankan guys in the back.
You're right, bro.
And they own it. They don't want to be seen.
Fam, not only that, Popeyes, all that other shit
All
too.
that shit.
Not for the gas stations.
Yeah.
Fox on John, which is like a white bar. I DJ there a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm getting e-transfers from the owner. Shalangatang, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tamil names. you know
Scotty
this.
Buns, which is a Caribbean style, I guess, franchise. It's not even owned by Caribbean people.
Yeah.
It's like Afghan or
What's
Arab or
even
something.
crazier is most of our authentic Greek spots that we know and love on Danforth, Sri Lankan man them in the back that run that too.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
They got the hack, bro.
The
they
older
figured out the
Greek
hack.
generation is the ones that bought a lot of the plazas. It's probably the Greek and Jewish families that got to buy the plazas.
Yeah.
They own that block on Yonge Street. They own that block on Gerrard or wherever it is. And then what happened is there are so many workers coming in from Sri Lanka that they're so close in community that they would just see how the business is running because they're the chef or whatever. And then the guys would just sell them the business. And then the men got smart, caked up. And, you know, I remember when I had the chicken and waffle spot for a second, the men that came in there, they were doing 200 meal prep per day for the Ukrainian refugees a day. 200 meals a day. And they just rented out the whole spot to this. And then their lingo is, how much restaurant you have? You know,
Wow.
Jamaica, how much kids you have? The man I say, how much restaurant you have? How much business you have?
That's a stunt.
But do you feel like you get into territories of like, I don't want to say cultural appropriation, but like if you're a Jamaican dude and like you're like, okay, let me cater to like the Indian population, but like, how would you ensure that it's authentic? Like, do you just outsource everything?
Indians run Subways and Tim Hortons. They're not authentic to Canadians. They
That's
just
true.
run it.
But they're getting all their ingredients from like the franchise. So it's like
The franchise
there's
is
a
not Indian either. The franchises are probably American or whatever.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
But it's like there's like a standard, like, okay, you're gonna get the bread, you're gonna get like whatever the ingredients from Subway, the corporation. So you
Yeah.
have like consistency, even though some Subways are better than than others,
Yeah.
even McDonald's and stuff. But when you're opening like a one-off restaurant, like say you just came to Canada, you have these culinary skills. All you know how to do is cook Jamaican food really, really well.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like, okay, like you're not gonna just start an Indian restaurant and like learn this whole new cuisine because now you're competing with other Indians who like that's their whole thing. You know?
As a consultant for some people that would do these different kind of industries or whatever, I would say you don't need to open a business. Then you just need to be hired as a Jamaican chef in an existing successful place
And just be the best Jamaican chef you can be.
And just go around the world, be a Jamaican chef in California, or if you're here, find the most expensive place that's going to pay you to be that Jamaican chef.
Yeah,
because
straight.
why risk everything else?
Yeah, just make the
It's
couple
a
of
lot. It's a lot to handle when you're doing business. It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Insurance, staff, all this. It's a lot. It never stops. You know. So sometimes you have to make the decision. With all the businesses that I had to decide. Well, do I like running the business or do I just want to make money? Because if I want to make money, then I could get paid from somebody else for my expertise rather than try and invest my money to, you know, take a chance. Because if it's not 100%, 100% is already guaranteed. That's why there's franchises, right?
True.
They already did the work to make that credible, like a mall. You
So-
know, you could get a store in the mall. If they already made it, the mall's popular enough to have the customers in there. That's their job. They can't charge you more rent than they could bring customers into the mall.
Yeah, but I think the mall is where it gets political, where it's like they're only gonna rent out that real estate to like for example, New York Fries is always gonna get like a one spot in the mall. Like there are certain corporate relations with like Cadillac Fairview and like certain other franchises where it's like, okay, you're guaranteed a spot in our mall because we party together and Christmas or whatever. So like it's gonna be hard for like a local restaurant to get into a mall and your rent is gonna be crazy. So
That's
you're
why
gonna
if you
need
want to
money.
pay the rent, then you just pay the rent, you know? But again, you have to be on that level. And then maybe the mall stipulation is franchise only. You have to have multiple locations. So, you know, if you have to have that, then and you're about that business, you're gonna say, all right, I'm gonna open up 5 other locations. Then it's just rent.
Yeah,
I remember
last point's also
in STC they had that black store that black owned or whatever
clothing.
Stocks
had one in there.
It was like everything. I think it was Eaton Center and STC, but it closed down because I think not enough people were supporting it.
I think it was Broadway or something like that. It might have been called
Broadway fashion.
No. It was literally like the store was literally called Black Owned blah blah blah. Because like
they're going crazy.
Yeah, she was like one of those Instagram shorties that like she went viral on Instagram because she was selling like black owned stuff online, and then she tried to bring a brick and mortar, but
Yeah, she went crazy with the name right there. Well, listen, man, I have no solutions for our South Asian brethren. You know what I'm saying? We don't make the rules over here. I don't know if you follow them, but
I have a solution.
Talk to me.
Try to marry a local Canadian woman.
That's what they're trying to do, but they're catching charges and things, bro.
Do it slick. Maybe actually bag a Canadian girl. There's already bare, and if you want to just keep it within your cast or whatever, like there's already bare like Punjabi Canadian girls. So it's like, I don't know, you can get a Canadian citizenship like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
I wonder what that process might be like tricky because they're already suspected of all kind of stuff. So I might just see like, Punjabi guy coming over with a white girl.
I know.
Like, this is Kelly. I'm marrying her.
No, honestly, we like each other. Like, really, no, it's really like lovely.
It's our solution. It's our solution to the fraud. Do some fraud.
No, it's real love. Like, it's not just for people. Like.
Well, let's wrap it up for the evening here, man. I'm gonna lead us out with some Booggz over here for the evening.
Before you get into that, I love this drink. It's Mango Express. It's going to be available at convenience stores, grocery stores, licensed like bars and restaurants. It's mango, lime, and vodka. It's absolutely delicious. It's better than Cutwater. You know what I'm saying? And most of the other brands out there from Cottage Springs, it tastes better. And, it's 5%. And trust me, you're going to love it.
I'm actually trying. I'm going to try it, bro.
Same.
And only 90 calories.
90 calories, 3 grams of sugar, 3 grams of carbs.
Okay.
That's crazy, bro.
In your liquor stores now.
Big up, We Love Hip Hop.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.